All right, welcome back to the Jamie O and Mason Ho Show. We're here with Mr. Jock. What's up, ba? Good to see you.
Yeah, brother. Good to see you, eh?
Super psyched to have you.
Yeah, Mace. What
up?
Great to be back.
This is like 2.0. Last time I was running my own podcast all by myself, and I was just missing one ingredient. It was Mr. Mason Ho. So now we're going to do it a little different here.
Yeah, it's a legit combo, huh?
Legit combo.
It's about as legit as it gets.
Yeah, you got to talk into that mic a little bit more.
Oh!
Yeah, right. Just like an interview on the WCT. But
It's been 4 months.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, off season, huh?
A little off season.
Get me ready, Jamie.
We're getting you ready.
Couple post-heat interviews.
Double angle.
Double angle, yeah. Me and Mason are going to light this guy up today. We're super psyched to have you. And, yeah, it's just always a treat to have you on the North Shore. You know, we've been surfing with you probably, how old were you when you first started coming to the North Shore?
16 years ago.
16 years ago. Yeah. Pretty much. I felt like I met you that first trip, and then our dads were instantly best friends. Yeah. And they were just we want our kids to be pro surfers 24/7. Let's go. Right?
Yeah, well, I looked up to you. I still do.
Thanks.
And it's crazy how that all happens. It's more than half my life. You guys have watched me grow up.
We literally. No, I already
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. No, when
I've watched your guys' story too and watch everything unfold. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
I remember you when you were 11. There are those times.
You remember the feet? My feet was so big.
Yeah, your feet. You were a size 11 when you were 11. It was heavy, bro. Remember I used to film them just documenting, tripping.
You're like, Jack, look at those feet, bro.
I knew right then you were going to be heavy when I seen those feet.
It's heavy, yeah.
It's kind of funny, though. I feel like Mason's always paying attention to the feet. We're at the Eddie Aikau ceremony this year, and he's filming me and Bruce Iron's feet. He's like, if anyone can guess whose feet these are, I'll give you $1,000 right now. These guys are legends. And I was like, how's this guy paying so much attention to our feet? But clearly he checked out your feet when you're 11 years old.
Yeah, he's got an eye for it. He's like,
oh, no, I'm busted, bro. Nah. Somehow I'm not go ahead, tell this thing.
I'm looking at you guys' feet now. You go.
Mine are twisted right now. But I was going to say, I'm usually not the super feet guy, but I end up, when I'm documenting, I like to aim at the feet because no one could see the background of the location, so no one could know where you're at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's turned out to look pretty bad because I have documented yours and Bruce's feet and Jack's feet when he was a kid, and a couple guys' feet. I don't know, it's just funny.
Nasty looking feet.
Because you know what trips me out too is it's what connects the surfers to the surfboard. So I always just want to see. Let's see everyone's just adapters, bro. Let's see what it looks like. And Jamie, you've always had some monstrous alien-looking feet.
He's always been pretty grounded, huh? You can see he's grounding all the time.
But speaking about feet, when Jack walked in here, he looked at Mason's setup. Show everyone your setup right there.
You see that thing?
What do you call that thing?
Hey, it's the Hawaiian Ugg boot. It's the little
genius.
pop-up version of the Ugg boot.
Can you see those things on there? No.
Yeah, it's put a sock on, chuck a slipper, a thong on, and you just got your Hawaiian Ugg boots.
That's when it's cold. Anywhere. When it's cold in Hawaii, midwinter, it's freezing right now. Mason's keeping that left foot warm.
Yeah, cherry.
Got to keep the front foot a little bit more warmer than the back one.
Yeah, what's the theory?
Nah, I think I wish I could lie about a sick theory, but I got a little sliver. I got a cut on this foot, so I'm trying to keep all the dust and the dirt.
Yeah.
Old theory.
It gets affected easily in Hawaii, too. The sand's so full of stuff, right?
Yeah, it is pretty bad. But I think the worst place in the world is Tahiti. You go there, you get a little cut. If you don't just lime it right away, you're instantly going to have staph. And then next thing you know, a couple days later, you're going to have this red line that's coming up your leg. And you're like, oh, I'm going to die. I got to go to the hospital now.
I remember.
Staff's so gnarly, huh?
Too nuts. Have you had you've spent a lot of nice time in Tahiti, right, Jack? Have you had any weird staff trips over there? Or
I've had it just from the tiniest little cuts.
So you had exactly what Jamie said.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. When you hit the reef at Chopo, it's boom, you hit the reef, you're like, oh, that hurts. But you'll end up kind of surfing for the rest of the day, and then you'll come in and you'll lime it, and you're like, oh, I'm freaking blown out. And then the next day you're just like, oh my God, my cut really hurts. It's like a double whammy. You hit the reef and then you freaking get staph, and then you're you're tripping. You're
and it hurts too.
It hurts.
And it's the tiniest little thing, and it'll just blow up, and it's just full of juice.
It's heavy, man. And the lime will save it. The lime will save it most of the time.
I mean, it's like killing all like the bacteria inside the cut.
I remember in Tahiti, I got super scraped across everywhere, but the anti-limed it's like really crazy.
I remember the trip you were there. We were there together.
Yeah. Remember how good you ripped that
You
trip?
know,
out.
you were a
That was
psycho.
fun.
I think that was Mason's only trip to Tahiti.
Yeah.
No, not to Tahiti, but to Chopo. I've gone to Tahiti a few times. I love to.
But that was the only time you ever surfed Chopo?
Yep. It was
Once.
with Jack.
I went there 4 times that year, and I was thinking, when Mason's going to come here? I wonder when he's going to come.
Yeah.
Another trip, doesn't come. Finally comes.
Yeah.
And then he's riding the same size board. He rides a pipe, huge board, going the hugest way. And I'm going, this guy's a psycho.
No, I wanted to. I had like a big backup board. It was Pete Frieden. You know that?
Yeah.
But it was I had to use Jadson's board. It was like
remember?
a 6'7". It was like a pinner board. But yours, what was yours? A 6'4" or something. That's why you still.
Yeah, no,
thought
I was
my
on
board
I was on
a
a
big
6'6".
6'6"?
Yeah,
Oh
I was
yes.
I was
See, that was
channel-
like the closest I've had my board.
closest
to
we've
you,
ever
man.
been in board size.
Look, here we go. We got a little Mason clip right here.
Shout out.
Is that you, Mace?
Is this your first wave?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so. One of those.
Yeah, you were just on.
must have been not that. Probably not that good. Yeah, you never went back.
Yeah,
No,
you were
it was
like,
actually
"Ah."
super good. It was fun. Look at that crowd. 2, 4, 6. There was like 5 of us out, right?
There was like 5 or 6. It was you, me, and Barron, and I forgot who else. Harry Williams was out.
Brad Domke.
Skimboarding.
He skimboarded a bomb too.
skimboarded one
Right?
area.
Was that the one you got scraped on the reef?
No, I think that one of the next ones I ended up.
What happened on that one? Kiss the reef? A little bit?
That one, I forget actually.
Did you
to
get
be
flogged? You were
honest.
under for a while.
I probably got pretty beat down. I usually panic too a little bit. But there's one I got extremely pounded, like probably the most beatings of my entire life, maybe.
Yeah.
Top 2.
Jamie, you got smoked at Chopa, right?
I got smoked. I
badly.
I would throw it in my top 3 worst wipeouts ever at Chopo.
My God.
Chopo's that nuts, right?
Yeah,
What about you, Jack? What about wipeout wise? Does it make your top 3 or 5?
For sure. I got
Serious?
super smashed there. The first trip I ever went, I was like, oh, look up. I want to get a bomb. And then to hooray, and the guys are like, okay, come on here, brother. And I was like, all right, what have I got myself into?
Yeah.
And then the biggest one came, and I didn't go the first one. Then a couple of days went by, and I was just thinking about this wave, and then it just built up, and I was like, I got to get the
Next
biggest
one.
one.
You're
And then I
just
jumped out
psyching.
the lip. Just got flogged.
Next swell or something?
And next swell, and then was down for so long, almost had a 2-wave hole under, and kind of, pretty traumatized.
Was that the year you went 4 times?
Uh-huh.
And then did I end up coming after? Because by the time
Yeah.
I remember when I got there, you were surfing it so good and having so much fun. And I was actually kind of tripping because I was older than you. Yeah. And I remember watching you do it and I was like, whoa, okay. That's like, there's a whole different way of surfing out here, and you see it on the videos all the time, but to see it in person, I was like, whoa. And I thought it was cool taking notes from you because you were younger, and I've always seen Jamie surf it, and I was always like, how do you, like, I don't know, and Jamie and Bruce and Andy and everyone, so sick in person.
I felt like I put my time in, but then I just stopped going, and everyone's like, why don't you want to go to Chopo? And I just felt like when I used to go there in the beginning, there was only like 8 guys out max, and we were just whipping bomb after bomb, and it was like super fun. Like I wasn't on 12 footers, but like I caught a couple of 10 footers, 8 footers. Like I was just having a blast. And then now it's like it is just so packed. There's like there's probably like 40 people out there.
It's a whole new generation of Tahitians too.
Exactly, and they run that spot, and rightfully so. Those guys run the spot, and they rip the spot as good as anyone's ever done it.
Yeah. Remember that day? It was only 5 guys out with
Only
us.
5 of us, and then did Matahi surf that day? I don't know if he did.
Yeah, I don't even think. I think he pulled up. I remember he pulled up, and to be honest, I think he had a cut or he had something because he drove and helped Barron, and he helped, right? And then, I remember that was so sick.
Yeah, he was. I think he was cruising. Maybe he had the Hawaiian Ugg boot on and just cruising.
Oh, you're right. I think he did. Chops, wow.
Yeah.
Uncle Poto.
Yeah, we miss you, Poto.
Yeah, Poto.
You're the man.
So sick.
Poto is basically like an innovator at Teahupo'o, and the godfather of Teahupo'o. There's other guys, but like to me, when I would go there, he was like holding it down pretty hard, and he held it down for freaking years.
So sick.
And he's a wild man on a ski tour, and just a pioneer for
Lifeguard.
Tahitian surfing. Like
Lifeguard,
yeah.
fireman,
Yeah.
pro surfer, family man. man. Like the guy just did it all.
Yeah, I had to shout him out just because he used to stay at my house under the house, and I remember with Uncle Double D too when we go over, like him on. I just remember like them always are everyone all together, like couple funny memories.
Bro, how's dude? He would come over to my house during the Pipeline Masters, and he's like, oh, so how do you ride the barrel? And I'm like, oh, I grab the rail like this, and I do this, and then I come out with the spit, and he goes, all wrong. It's all wrong. And I was like, what do you mean it's all wrong? He's like, when you drop in, you need to drag your leg like this, and then you freaking need to get like this low. And then he's like showing me like how low I could actually get in the barrel. I was like, whoa, yeah, that's pretty nuts. And he's like, and then what? When you come out, I go, with the spit. He goes, no, after it's done spitting, like it's all done, bud, then you come out. And I was like, oh, like that's what's up.
It's the college courses.
So now when you surf pipeline, you don't want to come out with the spit. You want to come out after it's done spitting, and that's when you get a really good wave anywhere in the world. And it doesn't matter if it's in Tahiti or Pipeline or Australia. If you're coming out after the spit, that's a badass barrel.
It's legit.
You know who's the spit master? Jack.
No,
no. Hey, I want to seriously have a good question, but I couldn't even wait any longer to ask you this thing, bro. What out of all the waves in the whole world, and all your waves you've ever ridden since you were like 11 and 12 when I used to see you in West Oz, because you used to get so spit out.
Yeah, the box is spitting all day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but what wave has spit you out like the hardest, or you felt like the happiest? And maybe it's a most critical moment, like a life-changing, I don't know if it's a heat or what, but where has been the craziest spit for Jack?
Oh, the craziest one where it's just
yeah, just the absolutely most like violently happy.
It's crazy. Maybe I feel like Chopu doesn't really spit that much, huh? Like it spits, or it back spits, and then it, but it probably the box, huh?
Oh, they didn't want to say it, but because you come from the land of the hardest spit, I feel like.
Because every wave spits, it's like a little poof on a little one, and then you get the bigger ones, and then poof, and then the bigger one's like poof.
I love that.
And they're like everything. Like, and you just get, I don't know, it's like you just inside the wave. It's really.
How crazy is it, right?
It's almost spiritual.
What
the
about
wave spitting on you?
Oh,
like,
100%.
It is.
It's like
it's the best feeling in the world.
Rebirth, bats is so nice. No, right? It's a rebirth. For real, though.
For real, yeah.
But what about, I just remember I remember a couple times when I'd go to Western Australia when I was young to do the QS.
Yeah.
Jack would be so young, and he'd just be psyching on all, like, all the couple there'd be Dusty. I'd be hanging with Dusty and stuff. And
all the Hawaiians, I always used to like gravitate with the Hawaiian crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always come hang.
Maybe the landscape's similar where we're from, like the energy or something. I don't know. Something would always like bring me to like Mason.
Yeah.
Like,
you had a sick gang. We all loved you because you were like a little, oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's a little,
that was almost the trip.
There was a little poofer on the back, like a little poof.
Yeah. You're almost like a little Hawaii Grom, but your hair was bleached. You're like a Jamie. Oh, look, we were all out together this session. I remember. Spitter.
Yeah, look, Uncle got spit on.
Oh, I think I snuck a spitter this day too.
Yeah, you did for sure. You always do.
Oh, Slates was out too, huh?
Yeah.
Look at Jack, bro. I remember this thing.
That wave was incredible. I've never surfed out there like this.
Yeah. So
really?
No. We gotta
we gotta go back, all three of us.
a rebirth trip.
Just Jamie would be just a new human.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
the wave looks like 15 foot, and I'm 2'5" tall. It's the funniest thing.
I think you're like 13.
Well, the JJ
maybe, or what? 14. What?
JJM.
Yeah, JJM little session.
Jack, Jamie, Mason, bro.
Whoa.
That's like
Jamie,
your home break, huh?
Loved.
I know, right? It's like a back door or like easier drop or a little more technical in the barrel.
I would say, yeah, probably an easier drop than some of the waves at backdoor, but then just the same as backdoor, how square it is, and just when it throws, it's just the same every time.
Oh,
You're like 11 with freaking size 11 feet right there.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
him. Wow, this guy, bro, that was so sick, that spot. Hey, but you gotta... It's not all rainbows, huh, out there. It's like how crazy is the reef. You get so slammed, and there's like fingers, and I feel like if the lip lands, if you get caught inside there, you can almost guaranteed you're going into like bear claws.
Yeah, it really is. It's like all limestone and jagged, and nasty looking.
Yeah, and there's no little escape. Like when the thing breaks in front of you, it's just like, hey, just pray that I'm not getting too slammed into this reef, because you're gonna.
Yeah, well, because the like literally when it's that thick, the lip pierces the water, and it creates like this cavity, and it goes straight to the reef.
Yes.
And then you're kind of hoping that you're gonna get the bounce, like when it hits the reef and it shoots back up, it like launches you in the air, and then you can get a like gasp of air. You're like, and you like go back down. You're like, oh, it didn't hit the reef.
I think the
the whole thing.
You're right, and I think you're right. Usually you hope you could get slammed and bounce back up, but there I think it's like so uneven that there's no bounce back. Like you just end up getting, you either slam a finger straight head on, or you get slammed and then shoved off the side of it, and then you go deeper into like little caverns.
Yeah, you go deeper into that little cavity, like it just sucks you down. Oh. It's almost like every time you go down in the spot where it's the shallowest, you guaranteed hit.
Slam.
Like you always hit it.
You know what's interesting though, like because when I was there, everyone was like, "Oh, let's go night dive. We'll get lobster. We're gonna dive
at the box.
Night dive at the box."
Are they off their head?
I don't know. They said there was like a ton of lobsters, which makes sense.
They're trying to kill you, bad to be
how big
honest.
the sharks are.
Whoever these people are.
There's the hugest sharks ever out there at night. They just.
Well, that was the other
Whose
thing.
idea was that?
It's some of the Hawaii guys, because like we were like, "Oh, we're gonna go."
Oh, of course it was. I knew.
They're like, "Well, they figure all the lobsters come out at night," but
Yeah, just out and then
And then the only time I surfed the box once, and I was like 6 foot, like kind of on the shore, but no one out. And I paddled out. I was like, sick, surf the box. Me and this kid, Wiki Villa, and we like caught a couple waves, bro.
Oh, sick.
We caught a couple waves, and I came in, and I was like, whoa, that sign wasn't there when we went out, and I was like, 3-meter shark. And I was like looking at the sign. I was like, bro, they didn't even tell us. And we were just surfing out there by ourselves. And they just throw that on the shark sign. I was like, this place is nuts.
Yeah, because behind the box, maybe 2 miles out, they did a documentary a little while ago, and maybe 10 years ago. And they say the great whites sit on the bottom out there.
Whoa.
And the current goes along. And so they don't have to move. They just sit there and rest. And there's apparently great whites out there that sit on the bottom. So
Interesting.
no night diving.
Okay.
I know. I wanted to mention how if you're psyched to go surf the box, you better think again, because those sharks are there every single time. Like, remember, that's the biggest shark I ever seen in my life.
At the box.
At the box. Till this day, anyone who asks me about sharks, I go, yep, that spot. And thing was the biggest pyramid. It looked like an unhuman pyramid just going towards, like it was going towards Margaret River or whatever. And I was just praying it didn't turn. Like, dude, I was like watching it go, and I was just thinking, oh, if this thing turns at me, like that's when you know you might be dead or whatever. And it didn't turn. It just kept going. And I was like, I just turned around and went in.
Yeah, we had one come out as we were all sitting out there, and it came up and through a swell, and a couple of the guys saw it, and then they said, oh, shark, and it was a great white. And then we were all sitting there. I pushed myself into the middle. I was like, I'm going in the middle with everyone.
Strategical.
Yeah. And it came up, and it started to follow us, and we started all paddling to the reef. And then with the jet ski, we called the jet ski, and the jet ski came in between us and the shark. And I was up on top of Noah Dean and Jacob Wilcox, and Jacob's going, get off me. And I'm like, dude, I'm just
surviving.
I'm just going to survive. That's it. And we made it in, but it's pretty gnarly out there.
Okay, I want to dive into some contest stuff right now. We're gonna leave West Oz right now.
We'll be back.
The land of the spit.
So for the last couple of years, the Final Five has been at Trestles, hosted by Rip Curl, one of Mason's sponsors. Been a great event. I thought it was a little weird that they like kind of stopped having the. I mean, I thought the Final Five would be better at Pipeline, but now seeing the change up, they're going to Cloudbreak. What's your thoughts on the change up? Are you happy? Do you think it suits your surfing more at Cloudbreak, or do you think you're kind of bummed that to leave Trestles?
Wait, is the Final Five at Cloudbreak now?
Move to Cloudbreak now.
Oh, it's mean for Jack. Sorry. Are you serious about? Wait, is it official or are there?
It's official.
I know it's official.
Yeah.
It's been official for 5 months.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a really good addition. I think it needs to finish somewhere like that here in Pipeline or at Cloudbreak. I think it just deserves that. I mean, Trestles is cool. I think it's cool to go there once. Or we did it. What did we do it 4 times? I'm pretty sure.
Was that maybe yeah.
Yeah, we did it 4 times. I was in it 3 times, but I mean, it's. I think for one spot it's too much. 4 times at Trestles. I think it's a really good thing they moved it. Everyone's really happy, and I think all the surfers are really happy. I'm really stoked.
I feel like
psyched.
Yeah, no, I like that. Like it change it every 2 years because I feel like surfers are get too comfortable. Like you already kind of know like maybe Felipe or John or like I mean it is still kind of a wild card, but like you like kind of know that Felipe is the gnarliest out there and Italo and Gabe and then you know, but
I don't
then
know about Jack. Almost summarize him every time about these
I
fucking
think
guys.
it just depends too, you know, like
Toledo,
like
what's up with that guy?
yeah, everyone's really good, man. It is,
Yeah.
But it's super predictable too. Trestles, I think it's really good they moved it. Cloud Break's like, you know, it's the dream tour. It's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And
Truly the dream, Cloud
Yeah.
Break, one of the dream spots.
Yeah.
Whether you like to rip and blow the tail and do.
well, that's it. It can be
or
good from
bear.
2 foot to as big as you want it.
Yeah, and
And-
remember, like you and Slater, like I swear you guys blow the tail out when it's like 8 feet.
Yeah,
and then
you
you're in
can-
a pipe barrel.
Remember
And then-
Andy on those big walls
Of
doing
course,
the big carves?
big roundhouses.
That's iconic.
Oh,
That's what we love.
call.
Yeah, so I think they made a great call on that.
sick. And what are your thoughts on you know John trying to like kind of semi-retire? I don't think he's like fully retired. I think he said he's gonna surf pipe. And then like, I mean, what are your thoughts on like John not being on tour? Are you kind of like psyched? Or you kind of wanted to kind of battle him at like, you know, chopes or pipe or like all the waves? I'm sure it's a friendly rivalry.
Yeah, it's a friendly rivalry, and we've had a couple of finals together in my home, and I feel like growing up watching John set the example, you know, set the standard for the surfing he was doing at Margaret's, and then having some finals with him really fired me up. And I think it's really fun competing against guys like that on tour, but then also it almost doesn't make a difference too, because it's like I'm just so focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it is fun. It's like yeah. He likes sailing. He'll be back.
Yeah,
he'll go off sail for a little bit and he'll come back.
Yeah, he's
It's
gonna
like a
get
true champ sitting right there. How's
Sail
that?
into the
Just
sunset,
It doesn't
yeah.
even matter.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's true champ status too. Sail off in the sunset
Yeah.
and maybe sail back and battle the Jedis again.
Yeah,
when
but
you're
he'll
asking
come
that,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, true, huh?
Dude, when you're asking Jack the question, I was watching his gears turn and he just looked like a Jedi, bro.
Yeah, okay.
No, it
Sailing
looked like
off,
yeah. No, it was just sick how you said it doesn't really, or it says you enjoy surfing against the best of the best, but you're like, oh, it doesn't really even matter because I'm so focused on like every guy is like a John caliber, right? Or kind
Yeah,
of what you're
yeah.
thinking.
Well, you can't underestimate anyone on tour these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone surfs really well.
Yeah.
Everybody surfs great.
Yeah.
But then it's what extra do you have? What's that extra bit that separates you from the other guys?
So I have a theory. So I feel like maybe like, I mean, this is just my theory, but I feel like there was an era where Kelly was so good at pipeline that like he just figured it out. Like he knew how to win at pipeline and he just went on this like crazy winning streak. And then I felt like towards the end of that, I kind of like, I tapped into a little bit of what Kelly was doing
For sure.
and other guys like, you know, Johnny Boy Gomes and the other guys that like really paved the way. And I saw what they were doing and I started applying and then boom, that's where I won, you know, the Monster Hansons, you know, all these pipe contests. I started winning and I was like, whoa, this is nuts. But I almost felt like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound conceited, but I felt like I was better than the fleet and I figured out what Kelly figured out, but obviously not on Kelly's level. But then I felt like slowly but surely everybody caught up and everybody got better and better and better. And now when you apply talent to good waves, they're all hard to beat. Like you're going to have everybody knows how to get an 8 or a 9. And if you're going to get a 10, you're going to be lucky. So now the competition to me is so much more stiffer than it's ever been. So truly to win a contest now day and age is so much harder than it's ever been.
Yeah, it's way harder now. I feel like when Kelly was doing it, like you said, he had figured it out. He was so much further ahead than everyone. And yeah, now it's really hard to win. Like I feel like when you do win a contest, it's like, whew, like it's hard.
It's hard, yeah. It's a hard task. And I dude, like even like a Gabriel Mendino, like you're like, there's no chance like this guy from wherever he's from could just do what he does. But he's so talented. He's such a great surfer. And you add all that talent into good ways. These guys are just winning contests. And they're just like somehow just they're just built different, you know.
Machines, man.
They're machines. Yeah, and you're one of them. Like
Jack is
you
one of them.
figured
With
it out.
The X Factor, bro.
Yeah,
I know what Jack does. I know the secret, Jack. Did we tell him?
Yeah.
I seen
you
you.
sell?
I remember.
Tell me the secret. I want to know the secret. All the secrets I can get.
Secret's out, bro.
Remember the one? Nah, I don't know if this is the secret, but I remember this was the sickest. because I knew it's way deeper than just like being able to rip, you know.
It's
but
way deeper. I think, yeah.
I like that. No, what were you just thinking right there? Let me catch you. Let me get some
I was
notes.
just thinking, because when I first got on tour, I was thinking about it, like Curran and Kelly, and these guys won so much when they first got on, and then I had my first year. It was, you know, I was kind of figuring it out, and then I got to the Mexico event, and I finally kind of figured things out, and then I won, and then boom, 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 started winning. And
You're on a winning spree.
yeah, seven CTs in the first couple of years.
Insane.
Yeah, and then it was kind of like the percentage. I don't know. It's really hard, like, just to do it. So it was like, okay, I want to win the title, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you know, you're on your way. It's steps towards that. So we want to win so much, but takes a while. You can't get everything straight away. You get a lot of event wins, but it'll come the time.
All right, quick break from the podcast. We have a sponsor, Bear Mattress. This is the best way to sleep. The best part about this is they sent me a mattress to test out, and I've been testing it out through the Swell Bender, and I gotta tell you, I've been sleeping great lately, and thanks to Bear Mattress, because you know how much I'm on the move, surfing, traveling, getting work, especially this last month. Recovery is everything, and this mattress has been a total game changer for me. I used to wake up with sore shoulders every day because we're always paddling, and this is just a complete nightmare. Sometimes back pains. After like all the years out of like my whole career, like putting in the time, I think sleep has become so much more important. And from what I've been putting my body through, ever since I switched to the mattress, no joke, I'm not lying here, I fall asleep quicker, I sleep better at night, I wake up actually psyched to go surf. I honestly sometimes just lay in my bed a little bit longer just because it's so comfortable overall, and the recovery has just been noticeable.
That's the dream
Yeah.
of all dreams.
100%.
Wake up still dreaming.
Yeah. Right up pipeline, baby. Let's go. What's cool about Bear is it's actually made for active people like us. The tech is absolutely on point. I don't even know how to say the name of the tech because it's so technical, but it is FDA determined to improve circulation and muscle recovery while you sleep. And it has epic cooling gel as well, so there's no overheating in the middle of the night. Sometimes I wake up, I don't know if it's like because I got sunburn all day, do I have the meat sweats from just eating too much food? I'm like, what is it? But this mattress took that away, brother. It's like this, like, it's just cool to sleep. It feels good every night.
So if you're ready to level up your sleep, go to bearmattress.com and use promo code JOB at checkout to get 40% off site-wide. You have to use our promo code on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's bearmattress.com and use our promo code JOB to get 40% off site-wide.
40% off site-wide, bro. Did you just hear that? Bearmattress.com. Use promo code JOB. We're sleeping good out here on the North Shore, Mason.
Oh, yeah. Sweet dreams.
We appreciate you guys support our show, and check it out if you're looking for a new mattress. This helps support the core, and yeah, you guys, let's get back into the podcast.
I feel like you went through like a real champions like road, because I feel like we've been close friends since we were young,
sure.
you know, and I've got to see it. And I remember you going through some times where it could have been really tricky for anyone, you know, and I just remember you were like, you never lost sight of who you knew you were gonna be, or like you always knew who you are, you know. So I just watched you just go through everything with the same the grin, that same little like like I'm having a good time, but I'm also like, it's wartime at all time. Or let's like, as far as surfing, you know, you're like, ooh, it's on
For sure.
you know. And I watched you get through, you know, a lot of that, and then you qualified, and I was so proud of you, because I always tried to qualify, and I couldn't crack that qualifying code. It's pretty gnarly, you know, and you got to adapt with the times, and they're always changing the formats and this and that, you know, but I watched you click in, you nailed it. And then that first year was really cool to watch you, because like you said, you were learning, and I was like kind of watching you too, and I was enjoying it, because you're such my good buddy. And
For sure.
and I remember when you won that one in Mexico.
Man, it was such a tough year the year before that, because I like had no sponsors for a little bit, like for the little time period. Like, I had to rebuild myself back up.
Yeah.
It was like a real transitional period, and it took a lot of belief, I think, in myself. And then finally, like, you know, traveling with Julia and everything was clicking. I had the right people around, and then I finally got there, and then it was, you know, to try and figure out the tour, it you know, you just have to believe a lot in yourself. And then the first win is a big one though, because you know you can kind of do it. You're like, oh, I can do
Mexico
this.
was your first one, right?
The first one, yeah.
Remember after I kind of seen you after, and remember I came and we hung out and you showed me the trophy. You unraveled it with the packaging. You're like, check it. I'm like, oh, bro, you did it.
Yeah,
we did it. We did it.
It had a special message on there too. It was like a real spiritual event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really like it was a wild energy, that event. Like
it was special.
I needed to qualify again that event too.
That's epic.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I love that. You know, it was cool when you get to go to these guys' houses. Like, you know, I went to Italo's house and by Formosa. You see all their like their trophies and stuff, and you're just like looking around, and it's just like this like trophy collection. And then that was insane. And then I went to Jack's house. Like, there's one thing you see it on Instagram, like, oh, that's so sick, but like you actually get to go there and like touch all the trophies and like and be like, feel how heavy they are.
You
like,
got a lot of trophies too, Jamie.
I got some, but like
Mace have a couple too.
Yeah, we all got ours.
Yeah, you all got our trophies.
No, yeah, I even got some of Dad's hanging.
That's
around.
sick.
You got some
Cheater
iconic
stuff.
ones, huh?
Yeah, some cool
triple crowns and
Triple Crown with it. I gotta bring the Triple Crown back.
Yeah, I agree. But like just going in the Jack's house and touching all his trophies, I was like,
I love
was like
it.
grabbing the Lopez, like
Yeah.
looking at this thing, and I was looking at the.
You know, it's got a mean trophy room too. Is the Fannings? That's the one.
Oh, that would be nice.
I usually don't touch any trophies anywhere, but Fannings when he wasn't looking, I was just
Take
like
a bit of
fingertip,
juju off
just
that
one
one.
fingertip, doink, on a couple. I'm like, oh.
A couple of the world title ones.
He wouldn't even care, but I was just like, oh.
Leave a little fingerprint. Oh,
yeah.
polish it up again.
So psyched.
Which one did you touch?
Actually, almost all of them. A couple of the world title ones, I remember I was baffled. He had some mean Europe ones too. I was kind of like super artsy.
Yeah,
I got busted. But
Yeah, no, I'd touch all of them for sure.
right, for sure. I usually don't when I go in. Even with yours, I was trying not. You have cool ones now. I'm just like, Nace, don't touch them. You know, like fuck.
No, it's good. It's good. We trust each other.
You just wait till if Jack looks like this, and you're all.
Come on, give me some of
For
that.
sure. If anyone's going to touch it, it's going to be you or Jamie.
Yeah, so funny. Hey, do you remember, speaking of getting weird and touching stuff for good mana, but how sick was, remember after you won in Mexico? I remember before you went off. It was literally, because remember you just said earlier how you won in Mexico? Then the next year you went, remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember right before you went off to go let your shots out? Chucky had Andy's board in his boardroom.
Man, I remember. We had the
And we-
Andy board and we
and
both
we
filled
kissed
it up. We
kissed it, remember? That was a sick one. No, I remember.
We
had Andy's board.
Yes.
Tell me what you remember.
So we're in there and we get this board out and it's a blade toothpick, like, and we're filling it up like, this is Andy's board. Like, wow, we could feel the energy too.
100%.
Andy.
He knows he's a board collector.
Yeah, I got a couple Andys. You guys can come over and kiss them.
Really?
Yeah.
I know where I'm coming.
Did you
Got a
already
couple
kiss
boards.
every spot on the whole board?
No.
I'll come over and kiss it then.
I didn't kiss the board yet.
biggest
Me and
board
Jack
hole.
hit it. Almost similar spot, bro.
Yeah. We
Andy's.
hit it. We got this thing and we touched it, and it was it after Mexico or before?
No, it was right after Mexico.
Right
Because I
after.
remember we had I checked your trophy out. And we were like, yeah, this is heavy. And then you're like, hey, I'm here for a couple more days. I think you're going to go to Bell's maybe or something.
That was the next leg. Yeah,
because there wasn't or something, or there was not a snapper,
well,
right?
we
or
were starting the
something?
regular schedule again, but I think we were doing the Oz leg, and then you're like, hey, come over. So we're in the garage, and Mason's looking at it, and we're feeling it up, and I don't know, is that kind of unexplainable, but just the vibe, the feeling that you got off the board and looking at Mason.
Well, I always
don't know.
kiss Andy's boards too. Anytime I see him, I like go anywhere or like a couple places. You know, when you go to places, like even my friend, our super agent in Indo and stuff, he has like Andy boards.
Yeah.
Every time he's not looking, I'm just like,
Yeah, I kind of,
And then-
I kiss my boards too, my own ones. I never kissed Andy's
really?
board, but maybe
Oh,
I should,
man.
huh?
Yeah,
It's
no,
really good.
I gotta try mine now.
Yeah.
Mine is so boring, or my boards are so
Yeah.
boring. But Andy's, I'll kiss him, and then I remember I was in the room, Chucky's one, and I was like, oh, I haven't kissed this one before.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was-
Chucky, I was like, let me see this thing. Me and Jack want to kiss it, and you're like, yeah, we want it. Yeah, and then I just remember grabbing the board and. Yeah, and then we were like, feeling it. Like you said, we're checking it. First, we're just checking it, swinging it, all psyched on it. Yeah, Andy's board's so mental. And then I remember, or I was just like, wow, we got to kiss it for good luck. You're like, oh, of course, yeah, boom.
Yeah,
kiss it. We're all psyching it, but I remember after that I was like, oh, that was a mean moment, bro, with Andy, or he was probably giggling somewhere, and then I just remember that year,
man.
Yeah, that year you went, or like couple events, you went bang, 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 because
Yeah.
you not only won a couple, you like podiumed in between them. And I was like, this is heavy, bro. We kissed Andy's board, bro. Something happened, bro.
Yeah, something happened,
or
yeah.
he,
Yeah.
like, I was thinking, I guess that's what happened when Jack kisses Andy's board,
No,
because
we
I've
were
been kissing
both
him my
there.
whole life. It never worked like that.
You knew,
man.
you
That
knew
was
Andy
heavy.
your whole life, and then I always looked up to Andy, but then, you know, was friends with Bruce too, and like, I don't know, just felt like a connection. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know, spiritually. Oh.
Speaking of,
Sorry to force that kiss.
no,
Fuck,
I
yeah.
love that.
Nah.
It's just, yeah, special moments.
Speaking of
was a mean
spiritual,
one.
you
Yeah.
get pretty spiritual before these contests, or like meditation kind of wise. Like, I as an outsider and as your friend, I think you're a complete weirdo, but I think you're
Yeah.
finding your
Why
spirit.
don't you come and meditate with me?
No, there's no chance I'm gonna meditate. You want to go meditate?
I mean, I'll try, bro. Jack's flaring up, bro.
No, but he's figured something out, right?
Yeah.
Like what? So I don't.
Definitely.
I don't even know where to go with this. Like. Do you not feel weird when you're meditating in front of everyone, or are you just blocking them all out?
No, I don't. I used to, but then I don't feel weird at all. There was this one picture in Portugal, and there's thousands of people around,
Yeah.
and I'm down there, and it was. I was like, look at all these people, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go and sit right in the middle of them and just do my thing before my heat.
Whoa.
And maybe you can find online. There's a picture of it, Portugal 2023. But yeah, it was like I just sat there and did my breathing, and I guess it's just a routine, you know, for me and for my life. I feel like, you know, whatever helps anyone do good or do their thing. It's kind of not just for the contest; it's for life in general.
Yeah.
And kind of serves a bigger purpose. I feel like just meditation and everything helps me so much. Kind of zone in on what I'm doing. And
Did Griffin copy you? Because now he's meditating.
I would say everyone's inspired.
They're all following along,
Yeah,
huh?
I'll say they, you know, kind of make the movement, you know.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
it's cool, you know. It means it's a compliment too if everyone starts kind of doing their thing and like, what are you listening to? I'm like, oh, you would never know.
Yeah, what are you listening to?
Just quiet. It's just quiet.
Just quiet noise?
Well, it's sick.
Yeah, I'm just in the zone. Yeah, they're here.
I
There's
like
so many people around. They're like, what is this guy doing?
What are you listening to? Are you doing like a
I'm just getting fired up, my
Hitting the
breathing, because
zone.
I was kind of feeling sleepy. It was the end of the day, and kind of needed to get fired up for the heat, and I just wanted to. You can kind of decelerate and accelerate, you know, like
Yep.
you're breathing. So I was kind of accelerating, trying to sort of what's it called?
Was it the Windhoff? Are you Windhoffing?
Yeah, similar, but I forgot the. It's like.
Are you doing that?
Amping?
This is Nali Kriya. This is like a cleansing exercise they do in India.
Oh.
This is like it cleanses your insides.
Shit,
It's like a
dude.
sideways belly roll.
Yeah.
Olympian.
No, but it's really crazy because if you do it in the morning, you'll end up doing a really big poo. It like cleans the insides out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Moves
I'm
all
getting
the.
straight to
And you
it.
can almost hold your breath longer if you do it, Jamie.
getting to
I'm
it.
serious. Because it opens everything up.
Can you text me a little like mini, like just a like the technique how to do that? Is it like do you hold it in for like 10 or 15 seconds and put it back out, or
No, it depends.
look,
so you can hold it in and you can massage the insides.
yeah, and I can
Actually,
almost like
got taught by a yogi master, Raphael Roeth. He lives here. He taught me all the yogi stuff. So basically, yeah, I do it every morning. Like it's just with a meditation, but
I'm fixing my posture right now, man. It's getting gnarly.
yeah, it feels good. It helps your breathing, helps in general, just cleaning the body. It's really good.
That's trippy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, usually like before I paddle out, I just like look at 3 waves that spit at pipe. I get psyched and I just go.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stop me. Like the filmers aren't there. I'm going, bro. I'm freaking paddling straight out. There's no meditation. Like there's no nothing.
When are you meditating? No, do you ever maybe a little bit, baby kind?
No, I don't know. I just kind of like to surround myself with people and energy. But
Yeah.
maybe that's why I've been losing so much. Like I just
No.
gotta,
No,
I
I
gotta
don't
start
think so.
meditating.
You've
Yeah.
been doing good lately.
But,
But what are you talking about?
No, but I think it's each their own. But meditation can be looked at in many different ways. Like even now that I have baby Zen, like I'm walking around, I'll go check pipeline in the morning, and I'm with Zen, and that's a meditation in a way because he's so present in the moment, and he's just in the universe. You know what I mean? Like he's in his own world. So I'm kind of taking a little bit from that, and
Father meditation.
yeah, it's not just you're gonna meditate and you're gonna do good. Like lifestyle, maybe. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, and what's it like traveling with baby Zen now? And obviously Julia too. Like you're just traveling around the world with your family while you're raising the family. It must be pretty cool.
It's really cool. I'm really fortunate and happy to be able to do it. It's, I've seen some guys that have done it, like Parker, years before, previous, and it looks a lot funner traveling with the family. If you can make that work, it's really fun. Like, you have such special moments on the road together, so it gives you a lot more to just surf for. You're just surfing, but then you get to come in and you be with them.
Yeah, I thought one of the cooler moments was the other day on Instagram, I was like looking at a post that you did, and you had Zen on your board, and you're at pipe, like I don't know if it was like pre-surf session or post, but like to me, I just thought it was really cool. I was like, that to me is like such a cool moment, like the little guy on your board at pipe,
cool.
like
so cool. He loves the water. Guaranteed he's probably gonna surf. So he's kind of like got no fear. He runs towards the water. He's like and runs in.
Just like you.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Speaking of no fear, I've noticed that, and to me this makes me happy, But I noticed you've been wearing a helmet a lot.
Yes.
What's the theory and the idea behind it?
Well, from seeing everyone like get hurt, especially like Kai Lenny, like I think last year, and then Juwan Chambina, like looking at guys that are so good and getting hurt. I was like, man, this is too dangerous.
Yeah.
We have to wear a helmet. And then I see you wearing a helmet, and I see a lot of guys wearing it. And I was always like, it's kind of a
lame,
weird thing, like a stigma. Which is silly.
It's not cool to wear a helmet.
Yeah, it's not cool. But I was like, all right, let's just give it a go. And now I just love the helmet.
Got mine on right now.
Yeah, you got so much hair, it'd be cushion. It'd be like,
got a bunch of cush up there.
Helmets,
would you wear a helmet?
Yeah, I got it right now.
He's never wearing a helmet, bro.
Hey, the new ones have holes. You stick the hair out. It's like,
tie
the hair up, maybe.
Hey,
it's almost like Spartan style, yeah. Kind of.
Those new Oakley helmets are incredible.
They're next level, man.
They're the best helmet I've ever wore. Like before, we would wear Gath helmets, and like I felt like there's so many excuses of why people don't wear helmets, and I get it, right? And then at the end of the day, I was like, I'm just gonna start wearing one, and then next thing you know, these new Oakley helmets came out. And I was just like, these helmets changed the game of surfing. I feel like I'm not even wearing a helmet anymore.
Is that what you use, Jamie?
Yeah, I started wearing those.
That's super cool.
Yeah, same. It's the best. Seriously, the water travels through it so much better now, and you dive off, you don't even really feel like it's in the way.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt like this. I go, the other day I was in the lineup, and I think I was talking to Yago. Yago's wearing one now, yeah? So was it Yago? No, maybe Yago.
Have you popped your head with one of those yet?
Not yet.
Don't.
Ooh.
But here,
sorry.
Yeah, but here's the deal though. Like I asked him, hey, how's the helmet? 50 times better than the Gath? And he looks at me, he goes, 200 times better than the Gath. like there was like this.
Wow, the Gath guys are gonna hear this, right?
Yeah, hear it.
Oh shit! But
I mean,
Jamie's been riding them since
innovating.
You've been wearing helmets a long time.
Well,
right?
like when we were growing up surfing pipeline, like our dads would just, or at least my dad would be like, "Here's your helmet," and Eddie
So
Rothman's like, "Here's your helmet. Here's your helmet."
I had one.
Yeah.
I just used it skating. My Gath one though. I
Yeah.
had it.
I had one for years. I never pulled it out, and then I just.
I had it for skating.
It's
But
good.
but the helmets are so good. So I paddle out, the other day in the lineup. Griffin's wearing one. You're wearing one. Like, bro, I would
Griff's
say.
wearing one too now?
Yeah.
Sick.
I would say when I'm surfing pipeline nowadays. Wait, so if this was 10 years ago, there'd probably be like maybe 5 or 6 guys in helmets out of 100. And then now there's probably 60 guys out of 100, 70 guys out of 100 wearing helmets or some kind of flotation device. And I'm just happy to be a part of the movement and like not scared to just put a helmet on and just, I don't want to die.
It's making it skitsy even for me because I've never, when I used to fall underwater, I used to just not think. I used to just think of a bunch of other weird things, But now a couple times I fell like pretty nuts. Like I'll have some bad falls and I'll be under the water thinking my normal thoughts like, yeah, cool, Cowboys, Indians, whatever. But recently I fell underwater like, oh, boom. And I was like, oh, this is a bad one. And I started thinking, everyone's wearing helmets now. Oh, and I'm like under there twirling like, no, there's helmets. And then I came up like, whew. Like, thank God, but I like kind of paddled out. That's all good. Like, went back out like nothing happened. But I caught myself thinking like, whoa, bro. I was actually thinking of guys in helmets while I was underwater.
Oh, it's not like subconscious,
so it's
man.
like, yeah,
it's I don't know, you could almost protect more body parts too that you wear in the helmet. You don't have to worry about your head as much.
Yeah, whoa.
You know, like you cover your face even. Like you cover up and just tuck in.
Because when I take a bad wipeout, I tuck up in a ball and I just go like this.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of like, I kind of just pull.
That's
for the
what I
front.
do.
Yeah.
I love the face blockage.
Yeah.
With the fists.
You don't want to ruin that pretty face, Mace.
No, it's a beautiful
Oh,
face.
mine's already blown. I already ruined it. I should have used sunscreen a long time ago. Now
Man, we got to be
but
careful.
I like this one. I hate falling like this.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'll fall like this, but
Yeah.
I've slit my I got all these scars on my wrist so many times. I always think I like, because you know when you hit the reef, it hits so numb sometimes. You don't know how hard you hit it. And I'm always like, no, my wrist.
Yeah, you don't know.
Rather,
Not as many nerves or something.
Yeah,
here.
the veins. And it's like, no way, bro. I fall like that.
Yeah, I think you should try a helmet.
The new
you go
Oakley
hard
one.
enough.
What, more on top of this though?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You're probably extra large
could
now.
tie
I
it up.
popped this thing a couple times on the bottom, and it worked.
You're a little.
Yeah.
You're probably a size small, like a little pinhead. But then but with all that hair,
Large.
with all that hair, now you're extra large.
Extra large.
100%. I have a medium.
Yeah, what size?
Yeah, and
medium
you
in the Oakley.
But you can tighten it up at the back. That's the best thing. You
Oh.
just tighten it up.
Yeah.
And just depending how much hair you got at the time, just like
Damn. Oakley,
and just
bro.
pop it out the back.
We all ride for different shade companies. We're like talking about.
Oh,
Oakley.
shit.
Nah, it's all
No,
good
you're
though.
right,
No,
right.
I
No,
think
it's not even a sunny.
yeah.
It's a helmet.
I'm grateful for that helmet.
I want
love
to
that
save
thing.
people's lives. So that's the main thing.
Yeah. So if you plan on charging out there, if you're one of our listeners and you want to just send it, probably a good idea to get a helmet
For sure.
Yeah, go check them out.
and get a good one.
Try them skateboarding first, though.
Jack, any injuries you had besides not surfing, like skateboarding? I know you guys have a skateboard park in Western Australia.
Yeah, I skated a little while. I skated for a bit, but then I would always just have this problem dropping into the ramp. I would think it's a wave and it was going to launch me, and I would just go down and then be like, oh,
Jump forward.
and then just go like slide off the back of the skateboard. I would like skid out. I don't know.
That's commitment. You got to commit.
I got to commit more. Huh?
Yeah, like forward, like, ooh,
Yeah.
when it catches you.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy, and then the skate ramp just stays and it just doesn't move like a wave. I was like, nah, this is not.
You're like, give me the ping pong paddle, Mason.
Yeah.
Let's battle, Mason. And then you beat me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never really got into it, and then I had injuries surfing. I broke my leg, and
Oh, I broke my leg too.
yeah, have you broken both?
I broke this leg right here. I left all like the hardware in there because I was like, they're like, oh, we'll take it out. I go, no, I don't want to take it out.
Oh,
So you have
that's
pins
sick.
and everything in
Plates
there.
is
and
that sick?
screws. Yeah, I think it's kind of sick.
Sick, yeah. I mean, it sounds badass. Like,
Yeah.
now you got,
Yeah.
you're all
How do you
tightened
go
up.
when you go through the security check? They have a
No, it doesn't even go off. I don't even
No?
know why. But sometimes I swear the weirdest thing is when there's a big storm, bro. My like ankle starts hurting, bro. It gets all like swollen or I don't even know, bro. It's
Whoa.
some weird stuff.
But you've been in the snow and it's cold and it doesn't even hurt.
It starts
but
to
when it's
hurt after a
storm,
couple of days.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of annoying.
Wonder.
Because I remember when I was like a Grom, I was like, I don't even care. They're like, bro, you can't do airs like that forever. I'm like, I can do whatever I want, bro. I'm like, I'm good because I'll freaking be retired when I'm 30. But I'm like, oh, now the knees are kind of sore. Yeah, the freaking ankle's sore. Like everything's kind of like catching up now. But lucky I'm limber, yeah.
Yeah, up there, you're one of the most limber.
But I broke my other leg, got knocked out like probably a couple times at pipe, but nothing too crazy. But like definitely got to the beach and like was like doing weird things. My eyes are dilating. I definitely caught myself one time, or someone like, hey, where are you going? Where are you going? I was like paddling like out the second reef after I like hit
After
my
you got
head.
knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this happen too. I got knocked out there. That was the one time that it happened. And then I paddled back out, didn't know. I had a bunch of cuts on the side of my shoulder. The guy's like, you okay? I go, yeah. Just kept paddling. And then they're like, you got cuts? I'm like, oh, I must have got knocked out. And then I remembered everything after.
Yeah.
I stumbled in on the beach. And
Your autopilot is probably such a warrior, Jack.
you don't realize you just keep going. You're,
Yeah. You're just psyching, bro. You like hit
Got
the reef and
knocked
you're like,
out. Yeah,
"I'm
Jack's
out
like,
there."
hey, I'm looking for a title right now.
No, it's crazy, yeah. Because I had, I want to ramble on too much, but I had this happen in the pool. I was doing pool training for a while.
Yeah.
And I was doing like breath stuff, and I was, you run underwater with the weight.
Whoa.
And I kept running and tried to push it. I kept pushing, and I'd hyperventilated before I had done it. So I kept going, and I didn't know that I was running out of air, but I kept seeing the light, and my body started to stop, but my mind was still, I'm getting there. And the body just stopped, and then I blacked out.
Gnarly.
I just kept trying to push, but it's it's crazy. You don't know. Your body just keeps.
You want to keep going.
Sometimes
pushing forward,
your
you know?
mind can disconnect with your body because you're
Yes.
so like, oh.
Before a big day at like VIIA or something, the big wave guys are like, oh, you got to do this breathing, and I was like, oh, I don't really do any kind of breathing weird stuff, and then they're like, oh, you got to take a huge breath in, and you fill your whole diaphragm up, or like you fill your stomach, and then all up here, and then you come back, and then you like start stretching out your lungs, bro. And it like kind of stretches out your lungs for the surf session. It's kind of it's super cool, but it gives you like this weird like
Natural high.
Yeah, like this light head like spin, but like definitely every time like before I'm surfing like Waimea or something or something where I'm kind of scared. Yeah, I do that.
Whoa,
so
I'm
I do
try.
I do a little breathing exercise, but
You do it.
I
Then.
guess so. Yeah.
It's funny too because if you hyperventilate too much and you get too much oxygen in, you don't know what your limit is. You don't feel like there's a limit. It doesn't feel like you have an urge to breathe.
Yeah.
So then you could just keep going until you can't.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
really-
try that before I take
That's
my
good.
next little
Just a
sip
little
of
one.
tea.
Yeah. Little hyperventilation.
What do you feel like? How do you feel like where the surf industry is at? Do you think, because like there's the ups and downs of our surf industry. Like you were saying, there was a moment where you're just struggling for sponsors, and you're just like you basically had to start from ground zero. Do you like where the surfing industry is at? Or are you a little like skeptical or like?
I feel like it's a lot more condensed now. Like back 10 years ago or 15 years ago, everyone had good contracts.
Yep.
And now it's a lot more condensed, like to be on tour and to say, let's just say from the start, being a Grom and it's kind of inspiring to get there.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot harder now.
A lot harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think people have to work a lot harder. Definitely, it's there's only a small percentage of guys making good money or doing well.
What do you think as far as like a next generation listener that's listening to this? Like if they want it, they really got to find a really good niche, or they're stomping backflips at 12, right?
I think because everyone's stomping backflips, right?
I know.
At every wave pool that's popping up in the middle of every country.
So just take your kid to the wave pools, and they could be the next Aaron Brooks.
Depends how hard you want to work. I think that's what it comes down to.
Kinda,
How,
yeah.
how
Aaron did some
dedicated you
hard
want to be.
work, bro.
Yeah, she's
Aaron
gnarly.
followed the science.
Yeah.
I think there's so many hours that you put in, and everyone's kind of story is different, but I think it's just hours and hours. I used to spend so many hours in the water,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
the
don't
key
know.
one.
That's the key.
That's probably the key.
All of us too. I remember Jamie.
Right?
I
Yeah.
remember. Yep. I remember that's.
If
the
you
key.
want to get good at surfing,
Yeah,
it's
you wanna be the
it's the
best.
hours in the water. It doesn't matter if you're sand sliding, boogie boarding,
Yep,
snorkeling,
body surf,
just
boogie
hanging
board,
out with your friends, stand up bug,
having
like
fun.
doesn't matter.
Finding it.
I think you got to have fun too. There's so many
Riding it.
serious people too that are so serious, and their kids are so young, and you got to have fun too. Let their imagination kind of create them, into who they are. Because where I grew up, that's what it's all about, and where you guys grew up, you're at the ocean, like in the ocean all day, and you kind of just you're just imagining stuff and creating. I don't know. It's like you're just in your own world.
Right? How
No.
sick is that? Just
Yeah.
sand cat. You just
Yeah.
building
You're
little
building
sand
sandcastles
forts
on the
however
beach.
you want it. Then
Exactly.
you're going getting pounded out of your control.
Yeah.
So it's just
And you're looking
Pretty
up to
blessed.
the guys that are doing really well. And,
yeah. I see all the heroes coming in. That's cool. We got that in common. Yeah. Like I feel like where you're from, it's same where we're from. Like the pros coming into town. You get to like play on the beach and watch them come in and out, and you see them compete and win, coming to town. I feel like we're also blessed to have that.
Yeah, definitely. Western Australia is like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and some of the most incredible waves I've ever surfed. And like,
You've done some Margaret pros, right?
I've done some.
Yeah.
No good results though.
Really?
No,
Oh,
but
sick. I
overall-
feel like you do mental out there.
Oh, this would have been
I had
years
moments.
ago.
Yeah.
I had moments, but like,
Sick. Yeah,
but like
sciatica.
overall, like I just always had a good time because I felt like I was kind of
Yeah.
like going back home. Like there was something
Yeah.
someone always told me. They're like, if you go to a place that it has a lot of similarities to Hawaii, just think that you're in Hawaii and surf them the same way.
Yeah.
Like whether we're surfing Margaret Rivers, it's kind of like
Who told you that?
dude, this guy Pocho Ahina.
Oh,
He's
I
a
remember.
legend.
Wait, is he from the west side?
Oh, he's from like freaking
No. Aaron?
freaking. He's in the Hawaiian homesteads in like
That's a sick one. I know.
Honolulu or something. Not Honolulu, but like yeah, he's the OG Hawaiian
They
legend.
know, huh?
Dude, yeah, no, it's true though. But then that stuck with me my whole career. So I'm assuming when you come here to Hawaii, like you're like, oh, I'm just gonna surf this like the Box or like Margaret River or like wherever.
It's the same feel. It's like feels like your backyard. Like you come here and it just translates so well. It's like John coming there. To West Oz. Or you go from Margaret's to Sunset. It's the water moves the same.
So similar, right?
How was surfing pipeline when you were 10 or 11 years old, second reef? Were you tripping, or are you kind of like, I mean, you were doing crazy stuff at the Box, but then boom, next thing you know, you're out at pipe. And I remember looking at you, I'm like, oh, this freaking kid's pretty nuts, bro. He's like young and he's so confident. And I remember your dad was kind of like reminded me and my dad, like, get out there, freaking. He's like just waxing up your board, making sure everything's ready. Like,
it's ready to go, mate.
Boom. Yeah, you might.
Yeah, your guys' pops had you on the program.
Yeah, we were on the heavy program.
Oh, we got to get a camera on those guys.
Oh, my dad said to say hi.
That's it.
How? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I was thinking of your dad the last couple of days. Like, I wonder where
he goes, tell Jack I said hi. I had lunch with him today.
Yeah.
He always comments on my Instagram, like Miko 808, like Instagram.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, Miko.
Dude, I didn't even follow him because I didn't even know it was his real Instagram. I thought like someone else made
made a page of him.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm like,
I have the best. I just thought of the best memory of us three together.
Yeah.
You guys remember that final in the trials we had at the pipe trials? We had the finals together.
Oh, that's right.
Man,
and we all made it into the main event together.
That was
Crazy,
sick.
huh?
Yeah.
That was sick, right?
I think
that was cool, huh?
You guys, either one of you guys won. I remember it was first and second, and then I got third because I remember you guys got into the main event, and I missed it by one slot.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. It was the funnest time ever. I didn't even really care that much. But then, unfortunately, like Owen got hurt that year.
Yes.
But then I got in through Owen's spot. So
I remember you got in,
Yeah, so we all got to get in, and it was like such a good time.
That was funny, huh? We had the pipe trials final together.
Was that the year you made the final semifinals?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, you almost made the final of the Pipe Masters.
From the trials.
Oh, that was
so
nuts.
Yeah, semi, huh?
Yeah. What happened was I had a super close heat with Adriano in the semis, and on the tour, right, when it's super close, like, and I think, to be honest, they almost like could have / should have like given it to me, or if it was super like if it was
Man,
AI.
I had a crazy heat with Adriano too. You had a heat with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I've
had a
had
heat before with him. Like 2 heats before. Yeah.
But it was crazy because when you're up against like the champ in your wild card, you gotta like, if you leave it close, it's like, the
there's
champ
no room
gets
for
it. Yeah. So I kind of left it close, so the champ got me. So I got beat, to be honest. But
that was
but
crazy.
anyway, I remember with you guys in the final, we were battling so heavily.
Yeah,
like
it was a
that was
heavy
the one
one.
you and me had the sickest, gnarliest battle ever, where we braided each other to the end. Jack was.
I
just
wanted to beat
working
Jamie
around.
so bad too.
Who won though? Do you guys remember or no?
I don't remember,
Who
but
beat each other?
I did beat.
Doesn't remember I won.
Did you?
Seriously, are you gonna get him though? No.
No,
but how's this though? I was psyched because the year before
You got me.
no, I did get you too. But the year before, John beat me in
the event or in the Volcom.
in the Volcom contest.
Yeah.
I was kind of just butthurt. I
You're
thought they
on a
overscored
revenge.
him. I was so snapped.
Oh, the last second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thought they
Crazy. I
overscored.
rewatched that a
Speaking
few
like a
times.
true
You got juice. I love you, John, but that was a heavy
Yeah, you
one.
got a little juice.
But anyways, so
What about the time though?
so-
Like he deserved
no.
extra time.
So then
Yeah.
the semifinals, before I made the finals to surf with you guys,
Yeah.
I beat John, and John got third, and I got second, and I went in the trials final.
Yeah.
And then I remember the heat started. Dude, was freaking Nate
Who's the
Yeomans in
fourth
our
guy?
final? Was it Nate Yeomans?
He might have been in one of the heats, but I don't know if he was in.
bah.
That might have been the Volcom.
That was the
Nate
Volcom.
was always
Maybe the
doing
Volcom.
damage
I
in
wasn't
the
in that
Volcom.
one.
I'm having
Nate
heavy
Yeomans.
flashbacks. This
Yeah.
is bad.
Lost surfboards marketing.
Yeah.
He's the guy there.
No, so like what happened is I remember Mason was like on a 7.6 and I was on a 6.6, and then
Yeah.
Mason was like paddling, and then Mason was like, "Oh, I'm going," and then I was like,
thought
"Oh,"
I was-
and I like paddled a little further than Mason, and Mason's like, "Oh yeah, you want to go a little deeper?"
Yeah.
And he like pushed a little deeper, and then he tried to turn,
Yeah.
and then I went a
gnarly.
little more, and then he went a little more,
Yeah,
and then
I went. There's no way, because I went like, I'm already deep, and then he did what he said. He said, I'm gonna go deeper, and I went, whoa, wait, what? And I was like, ooh, okay, I'll just go deeper, and we did it to the point where I went, and I'm like, oh, I'm going, and I got the big board, and I was like, if he goes, Or I'm like, there's no way you could go any deeper because you'll just die
there's
or
no
whatever.
return.
And then somehow I was going, and he just went deeper, and I was like, okay, if you want to try this, whatever. And he went and he pulled it and got the score, and I was like, oh, it's freaking.
It was kind of heavy.
What? And he got the score.
He got the score, but it was nuts because I literally thought
Crazy, yeah.
you couldn't go deeper like 3 different times, and so he went like to the 4th spot, you know, and then and I was like, oh, this freaking guy, bro.
No.
And he came out sorry. I'm like, nah, I know it.
You know what was sick about
Or not
that?
sorry, but you're like,
But I think I got like an 8 on the wave, and I was like, oh, and I was like,
gnarly.
right after I got spit out, I was feeling like it's like, yeah, that's what I needed. And then I started thinking about Mason. I'm like, oh, Mason's gonna be pissed, bro. I'm like paddling out. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? I'm like, oh, frick, sorry about that, huh, Mason? He's like, nah, that was nuts, bro. Like, and we just started talking about like what we were just talking about. He's like, bro, you're freaking nuts, bro. I thought I was deep, and then you were deeper.
fair game when the clock's on, huh?
Yeah, it's
like
kinda
all
nuts.
good.
Yeah.
That's what you do, huh?
Right? We've
you
all
just
had
push it to
fun,
the
sick
edge.
battles, bro. We've had sick battles all together, yeah.
Mason's super serious too. You're super serious when you get the jersey on.
I love
You
the.
get all-
Really? I
like,
just
it's
love
all
it.
nuts.
Inner Michael and Derek Ho come out.
Yeah,
bro.
you have an inner
Really,
side,
you
huh?
too. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love. You know what it
Honest-
is? I love. You know, surfing. I feel like surfing's like a big pie, and then there's like free surfing and competitive surfing, and there's all this surfing. It's like, okay, how seriously do you want to eat the pie, right? Or do you want to eat the whole pie, or do you just want the competitive or the fun surf? So for me, if you're gonna give me a jersey or you're gonna bless me with the opportunity to go compete, I'm gonna compete. Like, I'm gonna maybe eat this guy, like cannibal this
That's
guy
the
like,
way you
for a
gotta
wave,
think.
you know.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's kind of like, they give you, just follow the rules. Don't be rude. Or you learn, like, don't be rude about it, but try to max out the rules and see how many times you could win. And I love like, you don't have to be the best surfer in the world, but you could possibly. I love how they give you 30 minutes, roughly say it is, against the best surfer in the world. So all of a sudden you can catch the best surfer in the world. Like, anyone could beat anyone, you know? So it's
Mason's the best. I don't lose. I just run out of time. That's what he says.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Chucky told me
Uncle,
that.
Uncle Derek. So
That's the best.
one
That's
time
true.
I was at the bar, or one time me and Uncle Derek were like cruising at the bar at the U.S. Open, and I just lost the heat, and this guy came up and he's like, "Oh, what happened? Like, you freaking lost I bet money on you or something." Like, kind of gave like a backhanded compliment. Kind of was like, "I was
Backhanded
going for you,
compliment,
but
yeah.
you lost," you know. And Uncle Derek's like, "Bah, what are you talking about, bah? We never lose." And he's all, "Sometimes you just run out of time."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's the sickest one ever." And then I was going to Bell's to do, like, or I went to Bell's not too long after that to do a surf contest. And I remember I kind of got Adriano right at the end.
Man, I remember this heat at Bell's. You got barreled too.
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
really kind of tricky, gnarly heat. And I remember there being like 2 minutes left, or it was like 2 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, Adriano has priority, and Mason, you need a high 7." And I remember thinking like, "Oh, a high 7 in the CT. Oh, Adriano's got priority. 2 minutes left." And like my normal brain was like, "You're done," you know. But then most of my brain was like, "Yeah, right. I love this. We're at 2
so you
minutes."
live for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was like you said, kind of. I don't care who it is. They're gonna
No.
get it. 2 minutes, you know. But then really, maybe not, you know. But somehow Adriano went on the first one. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wait, it wasn't
Look,
barreling.
Adriano went on the first one. No, I snuck a barrel though after. You're right.
Oh, look at you, huh?
Oh, he's in the Bell's Bowl.
No, yeah, but
The Bell's Bowl, mate.
yeah, but somehow I ended up sneaking the little. Anyway, yeah. After this
minute
heat.
30.
Ball.
Yeah, see, 2 minutes. Oh, I wasn't lying. You.
Took out the world champ right there.
Oh,
Oh.
all the
Snuck
way, huh?
And to be honest, I had a hemorrhoid, bah. I was coming straight from.
Another
I was
one?
coming straight from the Eddie. This was the first one of my first sessions.
No way.
From the Eddie with the
Oh my
hemorrhoid, and I'm on that board is from a surf shop at Bell's. It's
No
a
way.
chili just from the shop. My dad grabbed it, and I didn't get to test it because I had my hemorrhoid. So my dad's just like, same like the Waimea board. My dad's like, "Bah, try this board. It's mean." And I was like,
Looked like
"Bah,
it worked
6'0".
good,
It's
huh?
not even my size. Like, my dad's like, "Don't complain," or like, "It's all good, bah. You fucking lucky you're even surfing. You can't even walk the other day." And I was like, "Shoots." And then, yeah, no, somehow snuck this off. I was so stoked. But
That's
after the
sick.
heat, we did the interview, yeah, and they were like, "Whoa!" I think the person asked me, "You weren't counting yourself out? It was like a minute and a half left, or 2 minutes, and you didn't think? Did you think you were gonna get it?" And I just told him, "Oh, I never." I was like, "To be honest, I never lose. Like, just sometimes I run out of time, but
Yeah.
this time
That's true.
that wasn't the case."
You never count yourself out till that last second.
Yeah, like sometimes that's my funnest part. 'Cause
Ever.
Yeah, because for me, I've lost a few heats, you know. So for me, when I'm in that last minute, I love just being like, I'm getting it right now.
Yeah.
I don't care like how. And so many times it's worked, or not so many times, but a lot of times it works. And then sometimes it doesn't. But you're like you'll never get. Or I feel like I'm never down on myself when I don't get it right.
No.
Like you're just probably gnarlier the next time, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the self-talk you got to have, huh?
Yeah.
It's true.
All right, quick break from the sponsors. Yo, we have NordVPN. They sponsored the show. Thank you, Nord. Huge shout out. I wanted to talk to Mason. Mason, have you ever been traveling and you wanted to watch one of the UFC fights or like one of your like favorite TV shows, and then you realize it wasn't available in your region, and then you're like, what do I do? It kind of just ruins the day, right?
Oh, every time you're waiting for your show to come out, and then it's, the day it comes out and you look and it's like not available. You're like, no. But now I just use my NordVPN every time, and I'm just watching my TV shows like I'm right back at home.
Right back to action. You got to love that. I mean, that's one of the most important things about this. And it's not just streaming. We're always bouncing through airports, hotels, sketchy Wi-Fis, all those situations that you run into. NordVPN keeps your stuff on lockdown, keeps your passwords on lockdown, your bank details on lockdown. Like, this is kind of the perfect thing for traveling everywhere we go.
Yeah, so it's so fast that it just baffles me. Sometimes I'll be watching the fights and it's just flowing. I'll be watching my other buddies just glitch out, and I'm just like, yep, NordVPN, you should know by now.
Just going vertical on that stream, bro.
Yeah, the stream's all smooth, and then also like you could use it as like travel hacks. Like sometimes when you're out of the country, it'll give you tourist. They'll charge you like tourist rates, but then you could be like, no, I'm from here, I'm local. Make your VPN like it's from the country, and then boom, you got the cheap.
Right, score cheap tickets while you're saving money traveling around the world. That's what's up.
Yep, and all safe, all your passwords, everything's sweet.
Guaranteed. One Nord account works on up to 10 devices, which is really rad. You could hook up your iPhone, your laptop, your whatever it is. You could just hook it up, and you have premium cyber security for the price of just one Red Bull. Super simple. Just think of that. Just for the price of one Red Bull. Like, bro, that is a deal of a lifetime.
And they've got this threat protection feature that blocks viruses and sketchy websites before they even load. Total peace of mind, especially when you're traveling.
There it is. That's true. All right, so here's the deal. To get the best discount off on NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/OHO and check out our link. It'll also give you 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord. That's right, no risk, 30-day money-back guaranteed. That is what's up right there. You got to love it when they're like, hey, try our product, and if you don't like it, we'll give your money back.
Again, that's nordvpn.com/OHO. Links also in the episode description box. Stay safe and stay psyched.
All right, Mason, now it's time to get back to the podcast.
Yeah. What's your like closest, sickest comeback or the best feeling for was it for like the Olympic medal, or was it for like a certain heat against a certain guy like John you said, or who?
Yeah,
what would be the sickest?
I think just when you're behind, like, and when you, I think that's one of the hardest things is getting a score from behind and coming back, like switching the momentum.
Yeah. Do you have a specific one that means a lot to you, kind of, or?
I've had like quite a few. I've always felt like I've had to come from behind, kind of,
Always, right?
Yeah, like.
But what? Not like a special one. You've probably had a blur.
There's some special ones. There's a blur of special ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to think. The Olympics was crazy this year. That was a crazy event.
I feel like your best one is yet to come.
I think the best one is yet to come still, because I've had a bunch that are culminating and building up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, yeah, you just have to.
Have you ever got John at the end? John's probably like one of my favorite, like gnarliest tour guys.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he started with the momentum. This last year at Margaret's, he had like a bunch of momentum in the heat, and then I came back and got the scores on him. And
last year?
Yeah, and then I put it on him, back on him, and then he responded, and he got an excellent score. I was like, okay, well, it's on. And then time was on my side.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it just worked out how it was meant to be, but. We had a crazy heat at the Olympics last year as well.
You and John?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was big too, and gnarly and west, and just the waves were so crazy. I was like, okay, on paper, this is the best heat of the round. What scared me the most was as big as a wave that could come through, we would go. Like, I was scared. I was like, oh, if he goes a really big one, I'm going to have to go. Like,
I love that about watching you guys at Chopes.
and we pushed each other. It was almost like the story with you guys at Pipe. We pushed each other real deep, like not giving each other an inch.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like two warriors, like put them in a gladiator pit from each country, and they're gonna battle for each other. And I ended up going over the falls in the first one. Then he got rocked on the second one. I was like, oh, okay, he's getting smoked too, perfect. And then the next one we got smoked again, and I was like, man, this is heavy. I'm like gasping for air, and I seen him, and I'm yelling at the ski driver. I think it was Poto. So I'm like, freaking go! Like, and we just like around the bay, like all the way around the lagoon. I look at John, and I get off the jet ski, and he's like, and I'm like, okay, this means everything. I get there. I got priority, and then I got the first score. This was the first one.
That was before even scores were done?
Yeah, it was
Damn.
such like a testament to like the spirit, I felt like, instead of like it was for sure you had to put it together and ride waves, but
Yeah.
more we were just gassed out
Yeah.
and you had to really focus, you know.
Like it wasn't even the surfing. It was like the
Not in the end.
like the
Because we got rocked so
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
on the
yeah.
inside, and he got smoked. He got like he got held down really long, and it was just heavy.
Looks so.
You got second in this event, yeah, to Cooley.
Second, yeah, no waves came in the final.
Bro, I was waiting for it. I'm grateful that he won. I think it's like a really cool story, but I was just like, bro, I already know Jack. He's like, he's a wave magnet like John.
Yeah.
John. When you surf with Jack, somehow the waves just come to him, and you're like, how is this even real, bro? Like,
You guys are magnets too.
sometimes.
Sit next to Jamie at Pipe. Just promise you'll get away.
Yeah, but that's just because that's the
Because
only
it
spot.
goes right to the spot.
That's the only spot I surf.
No, but I know what you mean. Like I felt like that was like I was like, all right, if a wave comes, I'm getting the score.
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
it went 20 minutes, no waves.
Yeah.
He got the first 2 waves in the first 5 minutes or 7 minutes, whatever it was. But you know, things are meant to be. I almost cut my heel off before, or like cut the Achilles right before the event started.
Gnarly.
Yeah, no, I went right at choke. I saw Bruce going right back in the day. I was like,
Gosh.
I saw Bruce going like, frick, I'm doing
Gotta,
it.
yeah.
I'll get a sneaky score. And then I went right, kicked off like I didn't care, and then boom, board flipped, like landed right on the Achilles.
See that scar still.
Yeah, went
Gnarly.
in like next to the Achilles and almost out of the event. I was like, all right, just pray like everything's going to be good. And then got to surf the event. And yeah, it was so funny, that event, just the mind games too.
Yeah,
'Cause Olympics
I bet.
is such on a different level.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you have any tricks? Do you have any tricks to like make the waves come to you more than other people? Like, you know, how we were talking about how certain people have the charm. Like, do you bring flowers to the spot at night and stuff? Or do you like meditate while you're out there? Or is there any little inside scoops for the gang?
I think you can tell everyone off camera.
Yeah, no, okay, I love it. But you do got something though?
think
You don't even have to tell us.
Some things have to,
Yes,
have to
okay.
be.
Because you are one of those guys with the special, like
I
Jamie
think-
was saying, waves come to you more often, you know, and you notice there's certain guys out there that have that. Like they'd say Tom Curran had that, and certain people had that, you know, and I noticed you're definitely one of them. So
I think your uncles too were very in tune, right?
yeah, they
Yeah.
used to.
You
I've
were
heard
very
that.
in tune too.
I'd like
How do
to
you-
think. I don't know. I have a couple little things I try, but I was thinking,
Yeah.
could we pry one from you? But it's cool that you don't want to give anyone anything. Cause
I kind of my
what do you got, Jamie? I want to hear.
Yeah, come on, Jamie.
What's a little X factor?
You don't meditate. You don't have anything to
Because
hide.
Jack, how do you get what's the X factor?
dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
I pal
don't
out.
meditate?
The X factor is another level above what the level is already the highest.
Yeah,
so
it's the X.
you have the X factor. You got to tell us what that is.
But like, so this might sound weird, but sometimes I pal out the pipeline and I'm in a very like negative mind state, and I'm like,
Yes.
I'm like, bro, who's out here?
Why? 'Cause the
What's
crowd
happening?
mostly.
Yeah, I'm mentally beating myself up before I even get in the
Imagine
lineup.
if there's no one.
Yeah, and then I start laying eyes on like, okay, he's out here, him, her, whatever. I'm figuring out the lineup as I'm paddling out, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait my turn. And then as I'm waiting my turn, I'm trying to like figure out like obviously like, oh, which wave not to go on, which wave to try and sell Mason on, which wave to sell Jack on. Like
Damn.
I'm trying to
100% this guy thinks like that.
I'm trying to wipe these guys out of the equation.
hell,
And then
dude?
once I see them make their moves, they paddle for a wave or they miss a wave or they get a good wave,
blown
like
out.
boom, I'm like, okay, perfect. So now I start channeling, and I'm like it's kind of like meditating, I guess. I'm like thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm like focusing all my energy, and I'm like talking to pipeline. I'm like, please, I need a good wave.
do
I need
this?
like a 10, and this is how I'm gonna execute
wonder.
the wave, and I'm gonna ride it like this, and I'm gonna get spit out, and like I just kind of like envision what I want to do.
Like vaguely.
bro, and it happens, bro. I'm like, how did that just happen?
What a guy, va. You do that to us?
Yeah.
You really
Okay,
did
so
that.
you do meditate. We just caught you earlier saying you
Hey,
don't even meditate.
this
That's the
guy's-
gnarliest meditation trips I've ever heard. Bro. Guys do it usually before the water. You're doing it in there.
Yeah, you're doing it out there. I see you.
Heavy, bro.
I guess I am meditating.
He
out
has his
there.
back
Then you're
to everyone,
analyzing
too.
me just like just some piece of just some animal out there. You're like, yeah. I see you. I like kind of my heart melts a bit. I'm
Man,
like, oh, there's
100%.
Jamie. Oh,
100%.
hi,
he's-
Jamie.
yeah.
You're like, hey, there's Mason, but I'm gonna give him this mini backdoor one.
So
Selling
yeah,
the
Jack,
dream.
it's a sick one. Yeah, he's on his
Yeah,
catch
there's
surf.
Jack. Let's give him a left.
For sure. I see him. He paddles out. He's like all serious, like looking at the guys. Like he's serious.
No, he's on.
there to
Yeah, he's
like,
got it. That's
Oh,
true. Yeah.
playing the
Pissed off.
game.
It's fun. I'm all pissed off. Hey, but I was thinking when you said that, and usually you go out and you're kind of like a little negative, but I was thinking it's probably because the crowd. I was thinking
Yeah,
you're like,
the
yeah. And then I
crowd.
start saying, okay, who's out? And I'm like, oh, okay, see, it is the crowd. But
Yeah.
I was thinking, imagine if you woke up and there was no one out at Pipe and it was absolutely firing. Imagine how stoked you'd be. Or imagine how like, oh, what board and there's the
Yeah.
wax and
But I almost feel like you wouldn't surf Pipeline as good if there was no one out.
Oh, it makes you focus more too, huh?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like trying to paddle deeper than you, out position you, like out position Griff or anybody, right? So I'm just
What-
like, I'm just trying to like get myself in the spot.
bro, you need us to get you psyched, bro. You can't get all pumped up in your room by yourself, all weird, bro. And then just go out there and get weird.
Go out there and get it, Jamie. No,
I agree with you though. I hate to say it. Fuck. Everyone pushes each other to a point of like almost no return, and
Yeah.
then some people return. And
Yeah,
then
for
they're
sure.
Like, oh.
But like, it's not like you're Michael Ho and you paddle out the Pipeline and then you're just like, oh, I'm not paddling. Like I already know when I see Uncle Mike paddle or Uncle Derek or like the OG legends, I just stop. And everyone
Sick.
stops, and then
Yeah.
they get hooted in by all
The
the top
gang.
dogs, and then everyone just stops.
everyone takes a moment, huh? Like,
Yeah, even with you guys nowadays. Are you
No, it's getting better. It's getting better, but I feel like I'm just not there yet. Like I feel like they're like the crowd's still
Everyone's
so
still trying to
hungry.
comp. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
you
trying to battle me out.
couple
like they're
kids,
like,
with you too. You're like, hey, what?
Yeah, they're just freaking going
oh, but,
ham.
but Jamie goes sit out on the left, wait for his big pipe
already
wave. I go
knows how.
straight to the right.
To the
Maybe like the one that comes in and under.
But I don't even like barely look right. That's the
doesn't go
craziest thing. I always look left, and I'm just going left.
That's the best thing. You just go right. He goes left.
And
Sit
I'm
right next to him.
And I'm like stuck in the middle, just like, dang it, I missed that
Yeah,
one. I
right.
missed that one.
No, but
then
it's-
I'll
it's-
sneak one.
Mason's just stealing candy from little kids out there all day
No,
long.
the junior bowls? No.
The junior bowl.
I don't want the junior bowls.
Hey, what about that though? Do you feel bad? I don't feel bad when it's little kids. I mean, because like I was one of those kids that I was like, man, these guys are just
It's amazing.
like I gotta earn it.
No, I don't.
You don't feel bad, right?
I mean, not now that you've.
Jamie definitely doesn't.
Bro, how's
You don't
this?
even have to ask.
So when I haven't rode
I feel a little bad.
I haven't rode a soft top in like over a year.
I mean, I respect the kids. I just like,
No,
but
yeah.
but when it's you go,
Yeah.
like, just go.
Now, definitely respect the kids.
Respect the
They're
kids.
gonna rule the world, huh?
Yeah.
no,
Next gen.
I'm
It's like
petrified.
it's like
Like-
Uncle Liam McNamara said. Yeah, he's like, yeah. When they're little groms, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just push him into waves, push him into waves, push him way any wave you want. And then when they're 15, 16, 17. You could call them into a couple, but then when they're 18, they become their own man, and then they gotta fend for their spot at Pipeline.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. Yeah, it's how it is.
I just feel like when I do go ride a longboard out of Pipeline, I literally feel like it's just I'm just taking candy from the kids, bro. Every freaking 6, 8, 10 footer, bro. I'm on it before anyone could
Taking
even.
candy from me, man.
I know. I was gonna say, I feel like one of those kids multiple times, and you're out there.
I'm just at the
You
candy
can't even
store.
when you go do that. There's like no regulating the line, or there's no A couple times I'm like, hey, I hope he remembers. Like Jamie, I'm right here. I'm like, I think I'm like 12th in line or something. Or I'm like, nah. But
Then
then
you end up sharing waves.
no, but then
together.
the nug comes and you're right in the spot. It's like, oh fuck, 12th don't matter, bro. I gotta get to 4th or 5th or
No,
2nd.
but here's the deal. That's when I feel like I'm Mike Ho and I'm on that like fat soft top, just beefing into these
Don't
waves,
say
bro.
that, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's where I get my uncle status right there.
That's when it feels like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It'd be funny when Jamie's like really old out of Pipeline. He'll be like out the back, sitting like way out, like
Yeah.
70
Still
years
chipping
old.
into the nugs.
I'm just gonna be cruising in.
Yeah, you'll be chilling, huh? You'll be out there.
Light work, couple waves, couple spits.
Easy, huh?
Okay, well, we're gonna wrap this up soon. I guess a question. How old are you now, Jack?
Uh,
He's thinking about that one.
20, just turned 27.
Where do you see yourself when you're 37?
37. How old are you now?
I'm 41.
Woo!
Yeah.
I think.
Are you still?
I mean, we're just living in the present, man.
You never thought about it?
27's a mean one, bow.
Yeah.
27.
That's
I like
primey.
27. It's a nice number. 20. Yeah, a lot of. It's a good number. 72 is my number on tour. I was going to be 27. I switched it around 72, and then I turned 27 now. I'm like, oh, the numbers.
Would you be able to switch your number? Are you on the tour? Are you able to switch your number? Like if it's like, remember Kobe? I remember one time Kobe was 8 and he went to like 24. Would you one year, like if
You
you
could
went through
switch
some
it. You can
rebirth
switch it. Yeah.
Or if you're like killing it through your career and you're having trouble, like you just couldn't crack it with the number, you're like, you just fucking took some, you did some trip and you're like, I'm coming back number fucking, and you just took over the world.
11.
I thought about it. I was like, oh, you could be like Kelly's number 11, John's 12, or like Gabe's number 10.
I think
soccer player, but
Swipe some new.
There's
weird
no
number.
chance that someone's going to take Slater's number 11.
I mean,
Come on.
it's possible. Nothing's.
Does someone have number 11 right now?
I think they just take the number 11 away forever. That's Slater's number.
Retiring his jersey or something. Did he win a title? Did Slater win a title in a number?
Oh, that's a good question.
Good question.
Or
Maybe.
he won pipeline in a number?
maybe
I
we
know
could-
that.
Yeah.
Maybe we could
Maybe get Kelly on the podcast.
Dude, I tried.
Where is he?
He didn't even respond.
He's in my heat, so he's got to show up.
Yeah. No.
Gotta give him
So
a tag team text.
yeah. So Mason and I do this. We do this
It
thing.
won't work.
No, I think it will.
Nah, he's super cool. Fuck,
Well,
he should-
No, he is super sick. But like, so Mason and I were
It'd
like,
be
okay.
fascinating, man, having him on the podcast. You
No, it'd be
just
great.
Get in deep.
No, but I
he
think,
gets deep too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he gets deep. You could ask him about man. He summons waves.
for sure.
He told me about him
Me,
and
all
Andy
of
just
us, but-
kicking each other in the head one time.
Oh,
Mean,
yeah?
detailed story.
Gnarly.
What, a fight with him and Andy?
Yeah.
We'll
Would've been
just
cool
save
to
that.
see.
We'll,
Sick
we'll
one.
save that, Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah.
come
We
on,
want to know
bro.
the full story
Tell
about
him again, I'm
you and
sorry.
AI. But
That was
yeah.
a
I
mean
want to
one.
come on
I
and
mean, he's
just be a guest.
So we tag team guests, or so like we're like, because I already kind of knew you were gonna say yes, and Griff and whoever, like most people.
honored
John was
to have
like,
you guys.
John's kind of a wild card. Yeah, you like he wants to do it, but will he do it? But then like,
yeah.
you know,
Well, he did this. The other one. The other
he did it.
podcast. Yeah.
But it took the powers of me and Mason Ho to get John on the podcast. Like,
Tag
you know,
team text.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to say no to me, but then Mason, like,
Yeah, no, it's the combo, man.
we're gonna light you up next time we see you in the lineup. We're like, oh, right on, too cool. Yeah, just
yeah. Right on there.
Well, John's easy because we'll see him. He's right down the road.
Yeah.
But Jack and Griff, they could do whatever they could get away with anything, bro.
No, we don't.
So they're just, that was cool that they snuck with us.
Always. Forever, yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna end this. Thank you so much,
Yeah, we
Jack.
can keep going, huh?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I just should just stay for this. Griffin's just rolled up. I'll just stay.
Yeah, Griff's here. We're about to do a Griffin podcast.
You guys,
Roundhouse.
you guys are gonna, man. You guys are gonna go even longer. I bet.
We got
We barely even, I didn't even get to hit this guy.
We're
with
just
all my
scratching
stuff,
the
but I
surface
love it.
right
That was
now.
fun, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had a good time, bro. 2.0, if we're lucky, we'll get
I
Jack.
think, yeah, we'll get another one going soon. and
That'd be mean.
Yeah.
Get real deep.
I would love.
Reverse tag teaming right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, because if we had a mic on some of the stuff me and Griffin talk about in the lineup, you guys would trip.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah, like there's someone else that pushes me on tour a lot is Griffin.
Yep.
And just like
Oh.
I feel like he's gonna be pushing me for so long, and I'll be pushing him for so long, and no one really talks about the kind of competitive like spirit amongst each other.
Come sit down real quick, Griff. Just
Yeah, come sit
jump
down.
right there. All right, real quick. We're going to take a break on the podcast. We have a quick read from our sponsors over at VIIA. Real talk. Life's wild. Life chasing waves, staying active, and keeping up with everything else. Sometimes you just need a little help to recover and recenter. That's where VIIA comes in, and I'm seriously psyched on their products. Are you loving their stuff, Mason?
I just ate my 4th one, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed and psyched at the same time.
Honestly, my favorite is the sleeping, because like, you know, after a long day of surfing, I need to go to sleep. And if I'm flying, I need to go to sleep. These I travel with everywhere.
Wow, yeah, sometimes I'll be on a trip and I can't go to sleep. And,
That's bad.
And yeah, and then like the conditions are so bad, and then I'll just nail my VIIA sleep gummies, and I'm just out like a light.
Boom.
So their products are made with organic, lab-tested hemp right here in the U.S. And it's not just about feeling calm. It's about finding balance.
I like that.
They've got options for focus, relaxation, sleep, and pretty much anything you need. So thanks to the gang over at VIIA.
We're sleeping good. We're relaxing good. We're just doing it all good over here on the North Shore. And the best part is you don't need a prescription. You don't need to jump through all these little hoops. They ship to nearly all 50 states, which is really cool. And best part is it's in discreet packaging. So if you're like, I don't know, just don't really want anybody to know what's happening here, it's in discreet packaging. And if you're not sure where to start, there's a product finder quiz that gets you matched up, and it takes just under a minute. It's super easy.
If you're 21 and over, check out the link to VIIA in our description and use the code JOB to receive 15% off, free shipping on orders over $100, and if you're new to VIIA, get a free gift of your choice.
After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the show and tell them that we sent you. Embrace your everyday life with VIIA.
Again, if you're 21 and over, check out the link to VIIA in our description and use the code JOB to receive 15% off, free shipping on orders over $100, and if you're new to VIIA, get a free gift of your choice. Now let's get back to the podcast.
All right. Griff's here. Griff's here. Sneaky one. We'll grab him a mic. Can you grab him a mic real quick?
Yeah, Griff.
Oh,
You can take
party
mine.
foul.
Mine. Yeah. Here, you can almost take this one off.
Yeah. No, we got one.
Sick.
This is. I actually lined up both these guys before the event so that I don't want to bother them when the contest is ripping along.
No, it's good.
When does the waiting period start?
27th.
What days? What is like a week? From
1
today?
week. What is it?
Yeah,
6
perfect
days.
time to slip a little podcast in there. Yeah.
Maybe before you guys leave, we'll do this podcast right here. This would be fun. And Griffin was like, "Oh, I heard you're doing Jack," and he's like, "Dude, we should do it all together." And in my mind, I was like, "Oh, that would be insane."
Maybe we do the next one all together.
Let's do it. I think it'd be
Yeah.
fun. Before
You're
you,
out of here.
I'm out of here. I'm gonna let you dive deep. I mean, yeah, I'll get out. I'll let you have your moment, and off we go. You know. I'll go and meditate a bit longer than you.
Wait. So Jack was earlier telling us that you kind of stole his like meditation vibe. Is this true?
No. Still, I think I inspired. I inspired him. I inspired him a lot.
You said that he saw you start to meditate, and then he jumped on your bandwagon when you started winning all the comps.
Well, I think Griffin's super inspired, and he kind of like gravitated to it, and I like.
You guys are so sick.
No, because
dude.
he'll get out the pipe now. And you're like, oh, what are you doing? And he goes, I just meditated for an hour. Looks at me with his eyes, and I'm going, and then he's like, and I'm like, well, I've been meditating my whole life. And he's like, well, yeah, okay, like, all right,
Piss him off.
cool, yeah, like you're a classic, like real competitive. I'm like, it's whatever. Who's been doing something longer than each other? Always
Yeah.
trying to get the upper hand, like just a little bit, you know.
I like it.
Dude,
like-
I love you
like-
guys are next level, man.
like-
I never
it's
even
like-
thought
like-
it was this nuts.
Like today, I came in at 4 p.m. instead of 5 because Griffin comes at 5. I come 4. I get
Is
it.
that the deal?
Yeah, earlier.
Okay.
Griffin's learning now. He's like, nah.
Griff's all
Hey,
quiet
he's
and
saying
weird
like,
right
oh,
now.
I don't know what's going on. But
He's all bummed on you right now.
No, I'm psyched on that shit.
He loves
That fires me up. That's
No,
why.
but it's like little dabs, little extras,
I like it. I like
little
it.
side plates.
Well, the what was it? Sunset. Our heat at sunset.
Oh, yeah.
We had a little.
Oh yeah, talk to us about this.
Yeah, real quick. Give us a little sunset story.
Sick.
Can you
What,
hold that mic a
sunset
little
battles?
closer?
This is old school, bro. This is old school, new school. 2 new school warriors at an old school arena.
We're kind of going. We're kind of getting the veteran mode almost.
I know, and that's when he said 27. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
27.
mental.
Griff, you're 27.
Guys,
26.
27 when?
26. 27 in July.
26.
Oh, it's not far
Damn, this
away.
is some healthy competition
He's got
right
like
here.
6 months on me of life. So like
Oh,
he has
Yeah.
also 2
So you
more
got a lot
event
to
wins, so
prove,
he's got
bro.
that extra 6-month buffer.
I like
He
it.
thinks that because 6 months
Yeah.
buffer and 2 more event wins, that's it doesn't count the extra 2, but it does count because he's been on tour longer than me.
Yeah.
And then I got on 2 years later.
Yeah, but it's all experience, you know. Life.
Wait, what? Griff, you've been on tour longer than Jack?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years longer, right?
Gnarly.
2 years.
Yeah. Well, you got on when?
2019.
what, 19?
Oh,
2019.
COVID. Is
So I
that
got on
pre-COVID?
21.
This is my 7th year. This is gonna be my 7th.
This is gonna be my fifth full
You're a
year.
different animal, bro.
Well, let's talk about Sunset, bro.
Yeah.
You guys just skipped the beat.
Yeah,
right
what
here.
the? This is
You
too
were-
sick.
Oh, this is a good story.
Was
man.
this semis or finals?
this is
It's
the semis.
It's the semis.
Semis.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What was
I
it?
have to sit up for
No,
this
Jack
one.
went. Jack went like way out the back, I think, and you took a dump out there, right?
Man, I paddle out.
Tried to do that to me, bro.
Yeah, but I got a good one for you as well.
Yeah,
Remember at
yeah.
Sunset as well? We did that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Did
tell
you
the
learn
story
that
first.
from me? I used to do that to guys too, bro.
I know.
Shitting on everyone. Stop doing that, bro.
Oh, we had a good heat too. You're like, bro, you're heavy. I paddle
know.
past the shit. Like,
Was
right
that the one
past.
that you beat me, or did I beat you?
I got you.
Really? Damn it!
Yeah,
But was that
but it was in
in
another
the semi?
contest.
Oh, okay.
You got me in the HIC. I got you in the other one.
Yeah, you got me. I remember. I can't believe you're shitting by me and beating
Yeah.
me in heats, fat fucker. I know I got you though after.
That's-
I remember I got you
that's kinda
after
your move
because I
almost,
swear.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, "Bah, this guy's doing." I remember doing that to some of my buddies. I won't say names, but like, no, I remember. I think I remember you kind of shitting, and I didn't even
remember,
know.
yeah.
I don't. You were like, "Hey, I took a shit," and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck you doing?" I was thinking, "What are you doing, shitting right there? I'm down current, bro." Like, but then I knew the current, so I got the fuck out of there. but anyway, I remember I got you back
Like,
after
"Oh,
because I remember we
bro."
had a final later, yeah.
Uh-huh,
And I
yeah.
remember thinking, "Bah, this guy's shit out here. You better fucking fire up, Mason, if you." And yeah, I snuck one on you, bro, before I fucking had my huge downfall off the competitions. but yeah, and then I watched you just take it to the hood. I was like, oh, this guy's my man, but we shit together, bro. But anyway, go on. So I'm trying to, I'm accidentally getting in the spotlight. But so tell me, so he tried the shit, he did the shit theory by you.
No, you went out the back, was out there first, and was like taking a dump, and I went out to go like, be like, yeah, let's do this. Like,
There's some
heat,
nuggets,
you know,
too.
Like kind of like the
Doing shitting on
like
everyone.
friendly.
No, I
good
had to
luck.
though. It's every
Go on,
time.
what is it?
The
Sorry.
nerves, you get the nerves
And
and
then-
got shit.
I know.
And then Jack's like, oh, I just took a huge shit, and I was like, yeah, where is it? Let me smell that thing. And I like,
Yeah, dude. I was going,
you
what
know
the?
what I mean? Like, I was
It's almost
reversed
trying to
it.
reverse
You're like, yeah,
engineer.
where?
Yeah. and then the rest of the heat, I was just
Better
like, what, you
caught
think we're gonna score waves in this heat?
Yeah.
And then he's like, we'll see. And then sure enough, there was a bunch of waves. But to start the heat, he was doing his thing, getting up on his board, putting his arms open, doing his breathing. And I was just started kind of like mocking him a little bit, like doing the same thing.
Started trying to do the same thing. I'm sitting there just towering over him, like sucking up all the air in the room, you know. And I already did the shit, and then he's trying to like smell it. I'm going weirdo, like whatever. Like what's going on here?
gotta
Like,
do
dude,
it.
sucking up
Get
my
in your
energy.
head.
Like,
I started copying his moves, like doing my breathing super loud, doing my stand-ups, and then
Whoa,
And
this
then,
is sick.
you know,
yeah, and then
kind of.
Keep it going.
I mean, the heat ended up pumping, and I
You
think
guys
what
have
you had an 8, and I had like an 8 and a 9.
I think you got 8 and a 9. I had excellent score as well, but then it kind of came down. I feel like I didn't make one barrel, and then a good wave came after the heat, but yeah, it was your moment, you know, and
Yeah.
it was.
Bro,
good,
you
though.
got him.
Yeah, you got me at that one.
Dude,
got him.
hey Jack, you gotta stop shitting on
He was
us,
coming
bro.
off winning pipe
Yeah.
too before.
I was
so.
coming on winning, but it was another good result. It was when I was in the lead, and
Wait, let's go back to this claim of like you were the first guy to start kind of going meditation.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that. I don't know.
Griff's a fan. I was like, dude, Jack's the man. Or I was thinking, Jack's got balls to say he's the first, or because I'm like, you guys. No, but I was loving it though. I'm like, Jack's the man. He's starting it up.
no. But I think I kind of like was always doing this for my life, but then I think like inspiring others too, but not like saying like, oh yeah, I'm the one doing this. Like it's more about it's kind of sacred, you know. To everyone has their own kind of
Yeah, way
to get to that place, you know, and
Griff fully copied you.
Yeah.
That's dirty.
As a fan,
I don't even think that bad.
as a fan, I
I don't
noticed
know.
it.
yeah, I think
And then they started doing it side by side after that. I was like, holy shit.
Wait, but
like,
who noticed? Did you notice doing it first? To be honest, I don't even.
I saw
I
Jack.
think
I saw
Joanne started doing a little bit too.
Oh, you know
like,
who's the freaking guy? Is Medina too. Gabriel used to always.
He used to have
has
his moment.
Bro, he has the art on his board. I remember I did a trip with him one time, and he had art on his board of him
Like that.
like doing the prayer on his. And it was
Oh,
him,
okay.
you know, and he had a quiver of
He's
all.
been tapped in for a while.
Yeah, he's been tapped in.
He had like a mudra like on his board.
Yeah, it was like him on the thing praying on the board, and I was thinking,
That's pretty cool.
this is next level. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe just Jack did it like more out in the open, like where he's just doing it in front of like 20,000 people, and you're like, why
I think
would
so.
he do that?
I think so, but then you see Griff now, like last few years, like he'll be in the sand dune just over having his moment, and everyone's looking there, like all the energy's pointing there, like what's Griff doing? Whereas I'm right in front, like what's Jack doing? Everyone wants to always
I
know.
love you guys.
Maybe you're like taking all their energy in because they're focused on all their energy like looking at you and all their thoughts, and then you're like you're just like gearing up like a Street Fighter guy, like you're like building up your superpower before your heat. Maybe
Dude, it's almost like a
100%.
movie about Jedis. 'Cause you got like what Jack was saying, like in the middle of the crowd, and like and then you got the guy Griff up in the mountains, like a little more like trying to get away.
The
you
arrow
know,
on
and,
his
like,
head.
Yeah, or anything, and then it's just fucking tapped. I feel like it's mental nowadays, like, because I swear, like, I mean, I think they're meditating way back in the day too, but I swear they're just doing like drinking beer and cocaine and like, all right, kind of, and then so it's like almost like the surfing now.
Story back in the
It's
day.
almost like just like you guys are like leveling the like it's going to another level, you know, like you guys are going mental, like you guys are like mental warfare, like you guys are saying, kind of like on the side, you know, a little bit.
It's like, but the opposite though. You're almost going like the other way, where it's like all love, all just friendship, and it's like.
Well, that's
it's
your
like,
thoughts, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah,
Sounds
it's
like Jack's fucking just.
I don't know.
got
For me, I
missiles
just see
aimed
it
at
as
you.
like spread the message, spread the love, you know, and spread like good energy, and like all of that like comes around, goes around. You know what I mean?
I like
Cool.
that.
I always love that one too.
Yeah,
It
I
took me a
think
while to
that's-
learn that one. I actually went through phases of, because I've like, you know, tried to, you read books, you know, I tried to qualify and win contests, you know, and you go through calming yourself and firing yourself up and trying to find the medium and the good, you know, and I like what you're saying too, is when you're like, hey, what goes around comes around. I'm going to be right here as ready as I possibly can be, and no bad upon no one.
For
Maybe
sure.
even no good, or sometimes I'd even go no good, no bad upon no one, but no good either. Like and for me too, I don't need no good, I don't need no bad. Like but let us all, like, you know. But then it sounds like sometimes you could go, okay, everyone good, everyone, me too. Let the best human flair, you know. But then I don't know. Watching you guys, I feel like it's so cool nowadays because I see you guys just like tuning into that mental part, and like you say, I feel like your thoughts are probably so cool and special, and it's cool to hear what you say they are. And then I know Jack's too is probably cool and mental and probably a little different, maybe, or
Yeah,
maybe
for
not.
sure. A little
maybe not.
different too. Like we're both different people. I feel
So
like
sick.
Kelly was probably on that level. Like he was never really told anyone what he did, but I feel like we're way more in the open with it.
Yeah,
It's,
like 2025 vibes, kind of like.
yeah, like it's different. We're kind of changing the.
Yeah, you guys are
the
true
game
like
for
modern day
that.
senseis, like you guys.
We're just trying to be the best
Sick.
versions of ourselves and then inspire everyone else. I think.
Love it. Well,
I'm
we're
inspired.
gonna end this one.
I'll just jump in on his podcast.
Yeah, you can.
Oh man.
We can do it like that.
Hey, let's do another one though after, huh?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. All
you
four of
sign
us.
the paper.
Sign the
We got you, man. Get this guy a dotted line.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna end this, and next one is gonna be Griff Colapinto. Super psyched on that one. Thanks for jumping on the end of this one. But don't forget, click the link right here to subscribe to the boys.
Subscribe
and,
to Mason's YouTube channel. You.
Yeah, 100K. We're
And Cola Bros.
We're
Trying.
Oh,
Cola Bros.
Yeah.
bro. Hey, Jack, you got one too?
Yeah, starting one up.
Okay,
Hey, we better
perfect.
What is it?
collab, huh?
What is it? Oh, you don't
Yeah.
even got. You're such a G.
No, it's just Jack Robinson. You gotta
Really? You
collab.
got one?
No, he's
Okay,
getting on the
collab.
train
Really? You'll
here.
collab with me? Bro, I'm
Hey,
trying to get to
collab.
100K.
He said he
bro.
wanted to collab one
Look
day.
at Jamie's all freaking
Maybe Jamie
guys,
No,
bro.
I want you to get the 100K.
Nah, I know he does. I know.
Maybe I could do
I mean,
off
you
Jamie
got me
one day.
one. You got me
This
one.
guy's jumping on the bandwagon this
Hey,
year.
I'll get dude, jumping on the bandwagon. I'm jumping left, right, and center.
If we could get 80,000 people to watch this, and just
Oh, man,
everyone subscribe
Everyone
to these
subscribe
guys.
to
That's all we ask.
Cola
Just-
Pinto and Sick, the Cola Brothers,
Yeah.
the
Cola.
Cola
it.
Brothers, that one's mental. Super secret inside scoops on that one, bro.
Yeah, real
Underground.
inside scoop.
We like to keep it underground.
I like
Yeah.
it. It's fun.
You guys show the underground.
It's raw
It's really
and fun.
cool.
It's good fun. I
Brotherly
love.
love.
Watching that.
Yeah.
Jax is just straight samuraiism. you want to learn how to sharpen your sword? Subscribe to Jax. And Grips.
Shout out to Crosby, huh? Hope he's
Yeah.
healing up.
Yeah, Cross.
Yeah.
Cross.
Yeah.
Love you, Cross.
Love you, brother.
Yeah, Crosby. All right, we're gonna end it. Click the link right here. Subscribe right here to watch more videos.
Click the link over here, bro.
And, yeah.
Right here. No.
Click the link over here, bro.
Where is it? Yeah, perfect. Peace.